The observer eye sees all stats, but glitches out on this dude. This totally freaked the deputy director, cause neither the prez nor guild master ever saw such weirdness. He started as a basic porter. In this monster world, powerless dudes carry the bags. Since the abyss popped up, monsters have been crashing the party. Humans got powers to fight back. With that juice, they repelled monsters and raided dungeons. Now, your power rank is your whole identity. High rank equals the sweet life. But that meant zip to Kim, cause at 35, he still had no menu. Just after looting, he looked up, oops, surrounded by bodies. Just you left, the giant monster whispered. Creepy, the S-rank beast, Asmodeus. Kim attacked, but swoosh arm chopped off casually. Then a purple beam pierced his skull. Life flashed by. Spoiler, it was a tragedy. Parents dead, bullied for being a dud. Total failure, sure, but dying like a scrub? No way. He unlocked the awakening recues. Bam, a door appears. White figure enters, monster freezes like a glitch. Kim's confused. The figure starts yapping. Calls himself the king, summoned by Kim's door. He's gifting Kim god tier powers. Picked Kim for his insane stubbornness. White light flashes before Kim reacts. You'll know soon. We'll meet again, figure mumbles. Then, a red flash. Wakes up to a slap. Rude awakening. Sees a status window. Wait, is it 16 years ago? He just cracks up laughing. Punches Shorty into orbit. Seeing the stats meant he was legit. I'm awakened too, suckers. Two guys swing at him. One punch, one kick. They go flying. 35 years of combat study pays off. Beating these noobs is effortless. Wreck them in seconds. But he who gets up slowly uses stone skin C-rank trash and swings. Kim dodges by a hair, but then, he who ground pounds and hits nothing. Taeyong blinked behind him and threw a haymaker, but it just clanged off the guy's rock face. In that split second of confusion, you landed a mega punch that launched Taeyong 50 yards down the block. Taeyong looked like roadkill. Wow, you're squishy. Gonna run home to mommy, or use a skill to flop around a bit more? In this world, stats are god. F ranks? Basically NPCs, but S ranks? They're total freak shows. Walking cheat codes with insane stats. Taeyong's skill was unique, sure, but it was rated a pathetic F rank. Logic said use C rank rock bod wins easily, but Taeyong felt hungry. Watching Taeyong wobble back up. You panicked. Did this loser awaken? What's with that vibe? Taeyong felt the magic juice buzzing in his veins. You didn't wait, swinging a massive fist to squash him. Taeyong just lifted a hand. Asterisk, boom, asterisk energies clashed. Suddenly, Yu's rock armor melted like butter. Taeyong squeezed, and time slurp times power devoured. Game over. A holographic ping chimed. Gluttony fed. Level up, 1, new toy, stone skin. Cut 2, Taeyong dragging the unconscious stooges to the school nurse. He patched up and bailed. Even he didn't expect to eat Yu's powers for lunch. Skill, gluttony. Years of grinding in his past life got him zip, but one fight now, instant gains. It says F rank, but stealing talents? That's totally broken. Why did that king give him this cheat code? And why the time travel? Whatever. Priority 1, figure out how this hungry skill ticks. Since his parents died, he'd been crashing with his uncle. He was heading home to research, but then, he froze. A shady crew was blocking the alley. It was Jae-young. Dude, aren't you supposed to be in class? Spotting the smashed boxes, Taeyong clicked. This idiot was playing gangster with actual thugs. Blondie barked, beat it kid, unless you want a beatdown. Taeyong's reply? A fist to the face. Everyone froze. Taeyong tried to eat him, but asterisk error. Cannot consume. Asterisk. Blondie recovered and yeeted him back with a punch. Then the squad powered up. 3 nasty energy blasts zoomed straight for Taeyong. Direct hit. Trash tier thinks he's a hero? Hilarious. But in the smoke, Gluttony woke up. Asterisk nom. Asterisk. Absorbed, bind, poison, bleed. He swatted the attacks away like flies. Wait, he can eat magic too? Asterisk wham. Asterisk one punch, lights out. Taeyong was confused but stoked. Gluttony was a beast. In seconds, Taeyong had them sold on it. He actually picked up 2 big brain facts. Fact 1, only awaken get status windows. The system hides stuff even if you have the data. Fact 2, gluttony isn't your average skill. It's not just about mana usage, you know? Plus, it has a passive vibe blocks weird status effects. Gotta test that theory later to be sure, though. Suddenly, His cousin drops to his knees. Thud. Apologizing hard, swearing to follow Tae's lead forever. Tae was shook. But hey, big event pending today. So he was like, cool, you're forgiven, let's roll. Meanwhile, folks in the danger zone panicked. Gate break. Total chaos unfolding right now. Abyss portal opens, monsters flood in, nightmare fuel. Hasn't happened in 10 years. Yikes. They were freaking out, but he signaled them. Chill. My B- barrier beats a C rank gate. Max threat is C rank. Even with surprises, we're good. With B rank talents? Total cakewalk. So they sprinted for the restricted zone. But Tae knew the truth. This wasn't just C rank. Commander sensed bad vibes instantly. C rank mob smashing a B rank wall? How? Boom. Giant monsters flooded in from the break. Barrier failed hard. Enter, A rank giant ogre. 0 reaction time, fried by flames instantly. Cuz wondered, how'd Tae know it would level up? Hiding his returner hacks, Tae claimed intuition. Suddenly, a monster mosh pit charged the crowd. Do the thing. Now. But what about you? I got this, obviously. Boss has got the ping, it's A rank. Only one hero left. Enter Hyunsu, Sword of Light. Scene switch. Tae was busy tanking the monster wave. Used gluttony to wipe them all out, easy mode. Realized gluttony is linked to his fatigue bar. Over 70 fatigue? Skill locked. Bummer. Most skills need mana, but that's not the only cost. Fatigue spikes when you spam skills. High fatigue equals weak hits and noodle arms. Shockingly, eating mobs refills his mana. Crucially, he hit D rank. Skills leveled up too. Spam gluttony, get swole. Simple math. At this pace, Tae's gonna be world number 1. Ready to move, then bam. Huge monster sky drop. Hai Hyunsu raised his sword slice. One shot kill. Dude just deleted that A rank mob, clap. Guess he's the MVP who fixed the gate break earlier. Hyonu's light sword is still totally OP. What a beast. Wait, what's he doing here though? He should be soloing an ogre downtown. Sudden skill alert. Bam. Blade right through Hyunsu's chest. Ouch. He was shook. Finally bagged you Hyunsuan. Meanwhile, Cuz stared at the teach in the nurse's office. Mission, save Naeong. She got wiped by mobs last run. So, Cuz had to spam his sleep spell to KO her, then stash her somewhere safe. He'd handle the rest. But how'd Kim know the strat? Did he unlock some future sight cheat? Things got crazy fast. Even Kim was totally freaking out. Hyu yelled, "Who are you?" Enter Sang, Stealth Pro. In this server, awakened dudes who do crimes are villains. Dohan is super bad news. But in the last run, these two never threw hands. Did my respawn glitch the timeline? Hyonu swung his lightsaber, but then boom. Earthquake. A massive boss mob burst out of the ground. It swung at everyone. Sang got distracted by Kim. Didn't know I had fans watching. Neat. Die lol. Kim tanked the hit and punted him away. B rank baddie, Sang Dohan. Oh, you're that famous jerk. Nice to meet ya. Then they started scrapping for real. Blade vs Stone Skin? Fail. But how's Kim know him? Kim better not get cocky. RNG can be cruel. Poof. He went invisible mode. Kim flailed around, but the guy found an opening. Slash. Got his arm. That's gonna leave a mark. We farm noobs like you all day. You OP types always run when nerfed. Listen up. Every build has a counter. After that combo, his armor was basically toast. The spam attacks wrecked his defense. Did he figure out the meta already? But Kim's stats were insane for a D rank scrub. Throwing hands with a B rank? Time to end this. He rushed in. I'm only here to loot your skill. He went stealth and circled Kim like a shark. Kim just casually lifted his left hand. Weakness, right? His gluttony skill found one. Turns out, nothing escapes the munchies. Basically, you can run, but my hunger's gonna find ya. Chomp. Bad guy gone. Hyunsu, though? Dude was floored, basically DOA. Bro stood 0 chance against that big guy. Boom. Kim pops up to save the day. Nap time already? Weak sauce. Cut 2, Kim dragging his cuzzies home. Fam was freaking out about them. I mean, things got hairy. Then, ping, global alerts go off. Gate crisis, Dunzo, heroes? Patched up and chilling. Bombarded by the media swarm. Hyunsu spilled the tea, some rando hero wrecked the giant. But no ogre corpse meant folks were still stressing hard. Checking his feed, 0 clout for our boy. Kim exhaled. Sweet. Time to level up the game plan. He's got 3 skills, but spamming them all at once? Nah, Too hard. His mana tank would dry up and he'd be totally gassed. The fix? Chugging potions. Juice to boost mana and kill the tiredness. But potions cost big bucks, and dungeons need a permission slip. So Kim's only play? Raiding hidden, unmapped dungeons. Enter the B rank Spider Sisters. Basic B ranks? He'd need to eat hundreds just to ding. They lunged. Kim saw the web ball and just gluttony blocked it. Chill. Snack time, baby. Slurped him up and unlocked a new cheat, paralysis. Meanwhile, over at the Player Association HQ, where pros get the green light to raid and flex skills. Every nation rocks 5 big squads, including the top 4 guilds. You got Unbroken for combat, Chemist for crafting, Magicians for, well, magic, Nightwalker for intel, and the big boss governing him all in Country H. The Player Association. Meeting the big shots. S rank A Young from Nightwalker. And Prez Jin, also S rank. But the real headache? The Malignant Guild. Edgelords wearing 3 skull rings. Just robbing and killing 24/7. Now hunting players. But that's not why I'm here, right? I need your take. You passed the test at 19, yeah? Think a high schooler could solo those beasts? Kim hit up the Alchemy Guild to buy potions. School opened right back up after the breach. Kim spent that time grinding stats, working out and raiding dungeons for loot, hoarding magic stones needed for pricey brews. With that haul, Kim became a total VIP at the Crafting Guild. Meanwhile, post-training, after grinding for days, Ta-Hong Kim's skills finally hit C rank. His level hit C2, but he's still got miles to go before he's a pro. Classmates were shook. Beating Hyoku? That's asking for major drama. Right on cue, a squad rolled up on Kim. Hyoku's big boss just entered the chat. Zhang Jae Li. S rank awakened and loaded heir to the Tan group. Guy funds the school and runs the bully network. Real charming. He's the mastermind behind the hazing. Yeah, asterisk that times guy. What do you want, trash? His minions started cursing up a storm. Asterisk wham. Asterisk J punched his own lackey. Shut it, you don't get to talk. He pointed at Kim. You beat Hyoku? Cute, don't get cocky. Know your place. The S rank pressure was heavy. Scary stuff, but Kim was just wondering how his gluttony skill would taste this guy. Then, stop, it was Ayong Lim. Academy's S rank golden girl. Total VIP. She's destined to be a top tier player in like 2 seconds, but her personality? Stubborn as a mule. Major flaw. Once she picks a lane, she stays in it. No changing her mind. Jay Lee looked pretty salty about her interrupting. Looked like a brawl was brewing, but Jay played it cool and backed off. Psych. He launched a cheap shot at Lim. Right before they threw hands, the PA system chimed in. Special lecture in the hall. Everyone move, now. Player association stuff? Jay decided to check that out instead. You're safe now, Kim. Why are you freezing up? Deaf? We gotta go to the hall. Lim stood there, stunned. Cut 2, everyone gossiping about the lecture. Meanwhile, some middle-aged dude on stage started yapping. I'm Taeyuk Go, HR deputy at the Player Association. Fancy. He showed up for exactly 2 reasons. 1. Drop some knowledge on gate breaks. 2. Update everyone on the new exam rules. The association's future basically rides on these noobs. He dropped the exam news and the crowd went wild. Then he broke it down for them. Gate breaks are popping off lately. Monsters everywhere. The association is totally short-staffed. So, surprise. High schoolers can join up starting today. Everyone lost their collective minds hearing that. They're picking the best based on comprehensive data. Kim called BS immediately. He saw right through it. Sure, kids can join, but the scouting started ages ago. Thanks to Go's skill, Observer's Eye, he sees all the stats. If he focuses, he can basically read your character sheet. The director was hype. The stats here blew the other spots away. Tons of kids here had major player potential. But 2 dudes really grabbed his attention. Nightwalker tipped him off about a raw gem. But this? Total jackpot. Suddenly, Zhang Ji piped up with his 2 cents. Yo, this is a player exam. Someone's crashing. Only awakened are allowed in the ring. Normies like him? They got no business here. Muscles aren't enough. You need skills, crisis smarts, and abyss info. To be a legit pro, you gotta pass tests meant for supers, not regular Joes. For a non-awakened, that's just savage. Taehyun knew Zhang Ji was just trolling to check his powers. Ah Young almost stepped in too. Chill things out, but figured Taehyun wouldn't care anyway. Faced with the bully, Taehyun stayed icy. He had a plan. He didn't need to flex for this clown just to prove he belonged. The director blinked, confused. An S rank picking on a weakling? That's low. He scanned Taehyun with his observer eye. And saw zip. Blank. Then Taehyun just shrugged. If normies aren't welcome, I'm out. Peace. The director's jaw hit the floor. Even the big shots never saw a glitch like this. But this kid? He just strolled off, unbothered. The director still couldn't read his stats. Taehyun smirked. The director froze as the number hit 5096. Cut to later. Taehyun was hunting for clues about the king. Jongji's goons cornered him. Come with us, shame if your aunt's diner went boom. Taehyun's eyes went cold instantly. Resist and people get hurt. Crash. Library trashed in a second. One last chance. Where is Jongji? Got the addy. Arrived at the hideout. Baldy guard looked shook. Because he'd been spamming debuffs since the start, but Taehyun didn't even flinch. You need A- resistance to tank that stuff. Jongji was right. The kid's definitely awakened. Jongji brought him here to recruit him for his post-grad guild. He needs a squad of top-tier talent. Not scrubs like Hyuku. I need ballers like you. He waved. Let's bury the beef. Be my loyal henchman. I'll set you and your fam up for life. Taehyun just laughed in his face. He didn't want cash or clout. You messed up, big time. Tae wasn't chill, so Jongji went full pyro mode. Nearby muscle instantly popped a shield. Gotta keep the drama on the down low. Then they both went nuclear, smashing hard. Boom. The blast blew him apart instantly. Before Tae could blink, Jongji's kick floored him. Spitting blood. Know your lane now, loser? Baldy the guard started overthinking things. Kid's gotta be A rank, totally buffed up. Insane stats and brain. Normies would get wrecked. Too bad he's fighting Mr. S rank talent Crystal. Jongji. Tae stands 0 chance, right? Then Baldy gasped Tae was actually keeping up. Wham! Punched Jongji's face into next week. Guard couldn't believe his boss was getting owned. Jongji suddenly realized. He was stuck. Couldn't move a muscle. What the? Not a buff skill? Looks like the trap finally sprang. See, Tae snagged 3 skills via gluttony. Rock skin, stealth, para, didn't spam them all yet. Para's weak on S ranks, stealth fails versus fire. And gluttony? That ace needs saving. So he played it safe. Spamming hits to stack that para poison on him. Even S ranks. Can't tank that forever. Total freeze up guaranteed. Seeing Tae strut up, the guard was totally shook. Dude's a genius, bridging that rank gap with fists. But hold up, fight's not done. Jongji grumbled, you're tough, but I won't lose. Yanked a magic rock and crushed it instantly. Poof, fire giant appears. Playtime's over, kid. Facing that fiery beast, Tae just kept dodging. A flaming fist zoomed in, so Tae jumped and swung, but got a fireball to the face. Boom. 2 heavy hitters crashed. But the fire had a bit more juice. Rock skin cracked loud. Tae got yeeted way back. Guard spotted the boss's S rank move, Heart Flame, but at his current noob level, he needed that mana amp stone to cheat the system. That rock is pure monster heart juice, instant mana spike. Lets him go S rank mode, but one slip? He explodes. But seriously? Jongji totally ghosted the warning, zipping the guard's lip with a literal fire arrow. Like some rented muscle can boss him times around? Please. Taehyung barely stood up before catching a spicy knuckle sandwich to the face. Seeing Kim face plant, Jongji went full psycho mode. The guard panicked, sprinting over to Taehyung, signaling, yo, if you're not dead, scram. Plot twist, he got punched in the face. Round 2, baby, run? As if. Then he chugged potions like energy drinks. Okay, you're legit S rank material, not bad. Guess I gotta actually try now. Director Go spilled the tea to Prez G, who looked totally shook. Are these stats for real? Jongji's at 1900, Young's hitting 2300, both S tier. 0 training and already wrecking A-listers. That's practically Saint level stats. The Saint? That beast started over 2500. And Taehyung? Total freak of nature. Glitch in the Matrix? Go had to see for himself. Baldy gaped as Kim started snacking on Jongji's fire like it was candy. Even Jongji's brain was error 404ing. Losing to this times guy? He threw a massive tantrum, screaming about being the Tazen Air and an S rank VIP. Kim looked bored by the fireworks display. Cool story, bro. Why should I care? I'm Taehyung Kim. And I've got King's power. He unleashed it, and Crimson Energy swallowed Jongji with a massive boom. Jim got trashed, and Jongji face planted, KO'd. Kim blinked. That A-rank dude, Hyundu? Didn't think he could yank Jongji out of his gluttony trap. Lucky break Kim swiped the skill anyway. Then the guard started yapping about Jongji being the Tayson air and how this was huge drama. Kim stayed chill. You think I'm scared of a little drama? He wouldn't off the guy, but nothing's free in life. Since he's the Tyson Prince, he's worth 10 billion. The noise drew a crowd. Ah Young Lim instantly clocked those flames as Jong Ji's vibe. Is he fighting Kim? She bolted toward the gym. Instant regret. She should have stopped Jong Ji's tantrum earlier. Please be okay, Kim. Cut 2, a young looking stunned. Perfect timing. Need a mule to drag him to the nurse. She opened her mouth to ask, but Kim claimed the dude tripped downstairs and told her to keep her mouth shut. He spun around and dipped. Later, loser. Elsewhere, Taehyun exhaled. Finally over. Chill mode, on. Wait, what's this? Charm up by 5? Am I an idol now? New skill, Sovereign's Heart, C rank, isn't charm for celebs? Why'd I get this from eating that guy? Wanted flame powers, bruh. Sovereign perk? Boosts the whole squad's stats, not bad. That scrub had this? Yo, this is S tier rare loot. Team-wide buff that stacks with everything, totally OP. Never thought I'd score such legendary gear today. Suddenly, fancy rides pull up. It's Director Tuck Go. Big shot alert. Dude had a million questions, but the main one was, yo, what exactly went down at the gym? Spill. Meanwhile, Baldy snitched everything to the Ton group boss. Hurt my kid, wants cash for his life, kid's got guts. Boss man agreed, but he wasn't about to let it slide. Can't look weak now. Gotta flex my power back. Asterisk snap, asterisk 2 shady dudes spawn out of nowhere. Guard freaks, he's a kid, boss goes, zip it, noob. That's President Jong-soo. S rank player. Total savage. Back to Taehyun. He looked totally lost at the director's cue. Talking about the gym brawl or the lecture hall drama? Doubt he'd show up for something that minor, though. Surely not here for petty stuff, right? He asks. The explosion? Director's like, nah. Grunts handle that. Taehyun smirked. Oh, we good then. He got straight to it. You're here for one thing. Gonna invite me to the player exam? Yeah? Why so sure? Duh, it's obvious, isn't it? Taehyun flexed his power. Jaws dropped. Stats way up. Means his old stats weren't a glitch. Legit beast. Who is this kid? Cut to next scene. Told his cousin about the exam. Bro was shook. For real? Ton group cleans the mess, so less heat on Taehyun. Nice. Now he just gotta grind for the exam in a month. Asterisk ring ring. Asterisk who's that? 2 creeps were spying on Taehyun's crib. He's just a kid. Why's the association guarding a high schooler? Weird. Guess he's taking the exam. Fresh meat. It's the black and white bros. Assassin duo. Black's got buffs, white's sneaky. Double trouble. Gonna school this kid. Suddenly times thump times from behind. Who's there? Asterisk pow. Asterisk no talk, just hands. I'm that high schooler you were yapping about. Flashback. Guard was floored by Taehyun's demands. 10 billion ain't pocket change. He can't just agree. Taehyun knew. He just prayed the bodyguard wouldn't totally flop on this one. To stop any backstabbing, he forced the guy to wear this gizmo. The Awakener's Covenant, basically a magical blood pact. Break the rules, and it's eternal doom for you. Yikes. Besides the 10 billion, he had to fix the gym drama as soon as possible. If the haters come for payback, he better text first. Thanks to his spy, Taehyun knew the assassin was crashing the party. Enemy strikes hard, but Taehyun dodges like a pro. Too slow. Saw an opening and swung for the fences, but totally whiffed it. Then the guy brings the hammer down. Right at Taehyun, but missed while our boy was spacing out. Taehyun warped above him. Just stealth? That's your only trick? Meanwhile, Nightwalker was spilling tea about the exams to the prez, hearing some juicy gossip. Apparently, the director ghosted the S ranks to meet a kid. How OP is this kid if the boss is handling it personally? Back at the fight, those two got totally owned by Taehyun. But he's just staring at his hand. System overload. Gluttony skill currently offline. Bummer. He texts the director for cleanup. By the way, who jumped you? Played dumb. Snitching wouldn't fix anything anyway. Did someone leak the participant list? Seriously? Guess we gotta warn the others to buff their defenses. But Taehyun's biggest headache? Gluttony is broken. Needs to boost his stats, but the only way to grind is munching on monsters or snacking on other awakeners. But both options need the gluttony skill. Dang, is he out of moves? So, he pivots to the swankiest gym in the country. Not exactly a walk-in joint for randoms though. Lady questions him, so he flashes his fancy alchemist VIP card. Wait, why? Does he have that? Letting him in feels kinda sketchy. Suddenly, someone hollers at them. It's the B-rank gym bro instructor, strongest steel. Dude was flexing his muscles like a total show-off. Taehyun ghosted him, which really ticked the meathead off. Think you're tough? Let's make a bet, shrimp. Loser pays a year of gym fees. Taehyun was instantly in. Cut 2, both guys suiting up in virtual gear. It's Virtual Porter, basically a sim of the abyss. Haul heavy junk, smash monsters, and race to the finish. This is basically the hottest game here. Mr. Steel muscles his way out first, staring down a massive beast. One shot of that beast. But man, the weight was totally bonkers. Keep this up, and that yearly gym pass is in the bag. Suddenly flashbang, something shiny popped up. A dude zipped by, but Taeyong flipped the script instantly. Hordes rushing in? No sweat. He just wound up for a mega hit. Poof. Baddie's gone. Just like that. Mr. Steel was shook. Jaw on the floor, finally made it to the spot. Taeyong mumbled, good game, but you better pay up. Cut to the next scene. Player exam day. Every cracked fighter from everywhere showed up. The roster was absolutely stacked. You had Iron Fist Jong, the melee cheat code. Rumor is, nobody can touch him in a brawl. A total combat genius. Then Druid Gilson Lee. Dude scares even the S ranks. And Yanbok? The Thunder God? Yeah, he's basically OP. Plus the stat monster herself, S rank rookie Young Lim. Tons of other sweaty tryhards were filling up the lobby too. Meanwhile, a rookie reporter was stressing hard. If Kim fluffed this scoop, she was totally fired. Big yikes. Then Taeyong drifted into view. Ugh, it's packed. How do I even get in? Total drag. Reporter Kim grabbed him. Hey. Interview time. Done yapping, Taeyong bolted to the arena. It was hopping. The place was absolutely buzzing with peeps. Young did a double take. No way he was here? He looked different. Buffed up? Taeyong shrugged. Just hit the gym a bit. She knew he awakened, but this glow up in 1 month? Crazy. Before she could grill him, speakers blared, "Sup future heroes. Welcome. Time to see who's got the juice to be a player. Round 1, the collection game. Check your chest, you got a number tag. Lose it? You're toast. Snag 5 tags? You win. You got 1 hour, go." Boom. Ground shook, and the arena morphed like magic. Go wild, fam. Just don't kill anyone. Game on, and everyone targeted Young instantly. Big mistake. They thought she was free loot. Wham! 1 hit and the whole mob kissed the floor. Even the judges were like, whoa, did you see that? Classic Saint tier power. She's built different. But hey, the other noobs were stronger than last year's. Everyone was hyping up the S-rank beast, the Thunder God Yan Bakshin. 20 minutes in, and nobody could even touch him. Like, literally zero. The chat was busy arguing if he or Young Lim was the real MVP. The director, though? He was glued to Taeyong Kim. With those crazy stats, this test should be a total breeze for him. Come on, Taeyong, go full sicko mode. But then wait, what? Taeyong was struggling against some A-rank scrub named Jong-yuk? Did I bet on the wrong horse? Dude was getting wrecked by an A-ranker. Not even dodging. Then it clicked, he was tanking hits on purpose while they brawled. After eating a nasty combo, Jong-yuk was like, yo, flesh ain't steel, genius, why are you face tanking my shots? What's the play here? Bam. Taeyong's mana exploded. Guess getting beat up paid off. A month of grinding, and that gluttony nerf still wasn't gone. His stats were just too low. Best way to level up? Push your body till it breaks. Going all out in a real fight is the ultimate XP farm, so the grind never stops. He threw a max power punch, and down goes Jong-yuk. That's badge number 2 in the bag. Watching the screen, director Taeyuk cracked up. Training mid-exam? This kid's actually insane. I love it. But here's the tricky part. Grinding stats burn stamina. He's gotta be running on fumes now. Smart move? Farm some noobs. But then jaw drop. The crowd started freaking out. A C rank trying to 1v1 an S rank? Is he suicidal? Taeyong stared down Yan Bakshin. Thunder Boy already had 147 tags. Loot hoarder. Taeyong eyed that loot and thought, jackpot. You're next, Sparkle Fingers. Target locked. They both went aggro immediately. Lightning incoming. Taeyong smoothly dodged a zap from the Thunder God's finger. Another bolt? Missed. Kid slippery. Taeyong popped stone skin and kicked, but 0 damage. Still, the Thunder guy gave him props. Not many get into melee range. Then boom, Taeyong got yeeted. Okay, maybe the Thunder God is actually kinda OP. That electric aura blocked everything and made him a beast at any range. Broken PLS nerf. Taeyong was racking his brain. No gluttony allowed. How does he crack this turtle shell? Suddenly, Yan Boxin rushed him. Taeyong sidestepped, but got cut off by a kick and a nasty combo. He had zero. Had to bail or get fried. But times zap asterisk. Dude waves hands, lightning storm on Tae. Shin kept trash talking the whole time. Major toxic vibes. Tae popped stone skin instantly. Rock mode, on. Launched a massive rock fist right at Mr. Sparky. But Sparky just flicked his wrist and times poof times rubble. Flashbang. Tae was totally blinded by the light show. Meanwhile, Sparky charges up a mega blast. Asterisk boom, asterisk direct hit. But Tae tanked it like a boss, pure grit. Shin's jaw dropped, he thought everyone here was a total noob. Figured only Lim was on his level. Guess not. Never expected a wild card like this guy. While he's dazed, a random pebble times bonks times him right on the forehead. Surprise. Tae teleported right behind him. Nothing personal. Tae swings hard, unleashing a pebble shotgun blast on Sparky. Shin's confused. Why does throwing rocks actually hurt? Normal stone skin gets toasted by lightning, obviously. Even max level rock armor usually crumbles against volts. But the arena floor? Made of special anti-magic stuff. Breaks, but won't vanish. Indestructible junk. So he just chucked the floor at him to bypass the shield. Big brain. Yo Shin, you're totally out of my league. One punch KO. Crowd goes wild. Did a C rank scrub just deck an S rank pro? Who times is times this guy? Director breathes out. Okay, kid's actually legit. Then frown mode reactivated. Something's up. Tae's staring at the loot dropped on the floor. Just gotta wait out the clock. Wait, who threw an ice pick at his face? He jumps back, totally confused. Chill out, bro. Random ice attack? Then things got crazy weird. Boom, ice flowers everywhere. The whole arena turned into a freezer instantly. Here comes Lim, strutting over like she owns the place. Tae shook. Where'd she come from? Was she camping the spawn? Then she starts her monologue. She was all like, with great power comes great responsibility. Don't be a toxic brute. Kim, you're OP. For real. Didn't think you'd flatten Shin like a pancake though. So that's how you beat Lee too, huh? Dirty tricks? Suddenly, giant icicles rain down like frozen missiles. Tae's dancing around, barely dodging the icy death rain. Lim comes in with a flying kick times pow. Asterisk yeets him across the room. She thought he was a good guy, not a selfish jerk like Lee. But after watching him fight? Nope, she's seen enough. Lee, who everyone got wrecked because of this guy. A huge ice spike shoots up from the ground. Taehyun slammed face first onto the hard ground. Ouch. His fault those dudes are still stuck in the ICU, really, but they asked for it, so she ain't gonna snitch on him. Still, she hopes he quits. Dude is not hero material. Taehyun fired right back at her immediately. You couldn't even stop Jongjae, so zip it, okay? You just wanna crush me. Scared of my skills much? That did it. A young was ready to throw hands now. Boom. She summoned a massive, icy sledgehammer. Game over, Taehyun, even he was totally stumped. His stone skin was totally fried from overuse, and stealth? Useless against that giant AoE smash. Sovereign's heart was on, but legit did nothing here. Worst part? Gluttony was still offline, and zero stamina meant no poison jabs in a fight. Only one crazy option left on the table now. Taehyun just sprinted straight at her. YOLO. She swung, light flashed, and everyone gasped hard. Fog cleared, and the crowd's jaws hit the floor. There they were, standing right in front of them. Wait. Are they locking lips? Nobody guessed he'd dodge a hammer with a smooch. Not romance, folks. He was spitting poison in. Direct contact boosts the debuff rate big time. So he made her swallow his toxic blood. Gross. Huge gamble against an S-rank's high defense. But hey, the crazy plan actually worked. Ding. Speaker goes, round 1 is officially over. Stay put. Medics rushed in to patch everyone up. Even though A Young was totally paralyzed, she kept her tag, so she still passed. Lucky girl. As for Taehyun? He snagged 7 tags because he beat the aces, making him the star of the show. Good heals. Should I use gluttony on a medic? Suddenly, Yoonguk jumped Taehyun out of nowhere. Surprise. No more dirty tricks for you, pal. He flexed, and the two flew apart instantly. Crowd went wild. Then zap, lightning struck. Time for a fair beatdown. Let's go. Just as the brawl was about to pop off. Bam. Invisible gravity smashed Yoonguk flat. Ouch. Taehyun gaped. A glasses dude strolled over. Geez. Can't you kids keep it down for once? Taehyun clocked who it was instantly. Songjin Park. The S-rank legend and future GOAT. Dude was totally shook that the guy was still standing. He cranked up the pressure, crushing Taehyun like a soda can. Never guessed the gap between S-ranks and regular players was this insane. Taehyung Park raised an eyebrow. Usually, veterans would have folded by now. Right before he could squash him flat, the doc jumped in to stop the beatdown. After getting chewed out by the medic, he asked for the kid's name. I'm Taehyun Kim, he replied. So, you're the rookie who clapped 2 S-ranks? Interesting stuff. Guessing you're gunning for S-rank yourself? Catch you at the finish line. Asterisk scene switch. Asterisk. Time for round 2. The mission was super simple. Hop into the D-rank gate behind him. Everyone freaked out immediately. Wait, a legit dungeon? Teams of 5, led by a pro examiner, gotta clear the place. They're grading everything inside fighting, smarts, and healing skills. The guild's handing out gear and potions, so no worries there. Alright, single file into the portal, folks. Kim was chill. With a pro there, it's easy mode unless they hit the double dungeon apocalypse. It was basically an S-rank hellhole hidden inside a D-rank dungeon found during a test. The first team got deleted instantly, getting a bunch of dungeons banned. If only Kim could stop it early, but who'd believe him? Plus, he's got his own drama. As long as he doesn't find the double dungeon first, he'll figure out how to live. Once Kim stepped inside and saw his 5-man squad, he went dead silent for a hot minute. The proctor for round 2 was none other than the ranked player Dohak Mama, the dude who actually discovered the double dungeon first. Asterisk cut 2, asterisk everyone entered the dungeon all hyped up and ready to go. They wrecked the mobs in their path like it was nothing. Even the proctor was impressed. First real fight and you guys are crushing it. You'll all be pros in no time. Kim couldn't believe his luck. Why this squad? No doubt about it though. That ring Ma wore was the loot from the first guy who found the double dungeon. Sage's ring, unique grade, buffs all stats by 10-fold. Insane. Since that hidden dungeon is S-rank, Kim, unable to use his gluttony cheat, would be toast if they found it. He had to stop them from stumbling into that trap as soon as possible. Chance popped up while everyone argued over which way to go. Kim just bolted down the right path solo. The proctor freak splitting up is usually a death wish. But to keep them away from the secret boss, Kim had to play the reckless noob. Instant regret, a warp gate just spawned right in front of them. Why is there another gate inside a dungeon? Seriously? Kim knew it instantly. It was the double dungeon. Game over. Apocalypto. Ugh. Can't believe we still ended up here after all those detours. Teammate tried to rush in, but Kim was like, whoa, hold up, random door inside a dungeon? That's super sus, right? Shouldn't we DM the admins before entering something this weird? Even the proctor looked like a confused noob, but he got greedy and decided to loot it first. Vibes were weak, D-rank level, plus we had an A-rank carry. Easy dubs. Plus, if this is a hidden event, think of the bonus points. Kim was shook. Isn't that against the rules? Proctor just roasted him. You got 0 team spirit, Kim, zip it. The nerve. Everyone jumped on the bandwagon, dragging poor Kim. Proctor snapped his fingers flashbang out of nowhere. Kim blinked, and bam, totally different map. This definitely wasn't some lame D-rank zone. Seeing the giant statue, the squad started whispering like nervous NPCs. Kim hushed them fast. Shh, they're here. 2 creepy shadows rolled up on them. Panic mode engaged. Those were Death Knights. A-rank bosses. Proctor screamed, get ready to throw hands. Boom, the monsters rushed them instantly. Everyone scrambled. Proctor started barking orders. I'll use magic for crowd control. You guys DPS, tank, block for us and don't die. Somehow, they actually cheesed the A-rank beast. They were stunned. Wait, we actually won? But right while they were celebrating, they froze. Another wave of knights just spawned. Everyone freaked, but Kim sensed something fishy. Wave 2 down, and everyone's gasping for air. But the mobs kept doubling. Literal infinite spawn glitch. At this rate, it's a total party wipe. Kim spoke up. Something's off. Proctor was puzzled. Why isn't this guy tired? Is he hacking? He thought. That door was giving him bad vibes too. Little did they know, Kim's passive buff was hard carrying them. So, what's the deal? Bet my lunch these aren't real knights, Kim said. Nobody bought it. Time for Kim to prove it solo. He grabbed his sword and YOLO'd into the mob. Jumped up and yeeted his sword straight at the statue. Asterisk crash, asterisk, the statue smashed to bits. Poof. All the knights disappeared instantly. Then the whole room glitched and transformed. Just an illusion trap to drain our stamina. We got trolled. Nobody bought it, no way. Grinding that long just to fight holograms? Lame. But Teach was sus. How'd Kim spot the trap without fighting him before? Pure gut check. Real Death Knights don't hit like wet noodles. Kim yelled, bounce or die. But smashing the trap didn't fix the glitch. That double dungeon messed up the whole map layout. And thanks to that last brawl, everyone was wrecked. Gotta find the exit, stat. Scan the area and bingo, massive door found. Sketchy to open, but YOLO, right? No other options. Door creaks open, and Teach gasps. A knight's kneeling there. Thought it was good game? Nope. An army of knights spawned in. Boom. Fire lights up, exposing the whole creepy room. The squad started shaking. Like leaves, cause that mob count was insane. Boss music starts. The Lord speaks. Took you noobs long enough. Time to throw down. Panic mode activated. Kim tried to chill everyone out amidst the chaos. But his 3 backup dancers already bailed. Cowards. Ran back to start, rather than get wiped here. Knight swings whack. They get crit hit instantly. Total shock. Kim screams at Ma, buy time. Find the exit. Ma yeets Kim out the door instead and walls off the entrance. Kim couldn't even process it. Ma mumbled, always wanted that S rank badge. Grinded so hard, yet the goalpost kept moving. Figured beating this double dungeon was the ticket. Totally naive. Ma faces the mob, waving a hand slash. 1 down. He knew Kim was the real S rank material. Save the others, kid. As for holding off this horde, that's the pro's job. Sad checking the teammates, they were toast. Then, crash. Turn around, oops. Knights everywhere, and Ma is down for the count. Game over. Seeing the carnage, Kim was legit terrified. Knight raises its sword. 1v1 me, bro? Kim freezes but spots loot nearby. Ma's sage ring? Knight lunges, no time to think. Kim sidesteps and snags the ring. Last hope, this shiny jewelry. Slips it on and kaboom, magic nuke wipes the mobs. Boss Knight panicked. What's this hacks? System ping, sage ring equipped. Stats +10. Conditions met. Gluttony seal, unlocked. Red energy exploded everywhere. In moments, he snacked on all the Death Knights nearby, while trying not to get squashed by the big bad's attack. Kim popped Gluttony to block. Yeeted the enemy back with 1 hit, but just eating wasn't gonna cut it. Took 10 seconds to munch him. Had to spam every skill just to stay alive. Only way to not die. Then a purple spear drops right in front of him. Kim totally jumped. Then he saw the boss charging up some serious magic. Big yikes. Suddenly, the sky's full of floating spears. They rained down. Kim just sprinted forward for his life. Saw his chance and took it. Went full omnom on the boss with everything he had. But the boss just waved a hand and said nope. Like, you're strong, kid, but not times that time strong. Boss smacked him hard. Kim's down and bleeding out. Monster wondered who gave Kim the cheats. Then it unleashed a killer scream right at him. But Kim's secret mojo blocked some of it. Not normal, are ya? It knew Kim understood monster speak all along. So it asked again, who's your supplier? Boss flexed, and Kim was basically toast. Suddenly saw Mo Diaz again, staring at his wrecked squad. Realized it's a total rerun of the bad times. Same old tragedy. Why the hunger skill? Why can he chat with monsters? Zero clue. Leveled up for nothing. Why'd the king buff me? Heard a familiar voice. Ghostly dude shows up. Told you before, I dig your grit. Don't change, just keep rushing B. Kim's eyes snapped open right before the finisher. Massive red vibes. Blasted out, eating everything in sight. Boss panicked. Is this kid glitching out or what? Kim roared and his power leveled up big time. Boss was actually kinda impressed. Swung hard, but Kim blocked it easy. Wanna know my secret? Come find out. Gluttony hit B rank. Yeeted the boss dozens of meters back. Meanwhile, Kim grabbed a sword, teleported, and went slice and dice. Boss raged hard, instantly, summoning a weapon horde to squash Kim. Kim just raised a hand and slapped back with full force. Boom! Red dragon tackles the boss. Boss gasped. Kim smirked, I'm built different. King style. One big flex and the Death Knight Lord got totally absorbed. Pop-up time. Ding! New skill unlocked, Zeal of the Night Lord. Outside, total panic. That dungeon just got re-ranked to S tier. Crap, how's a baby D rank suddenly go S rank? They're toast, no way he solos that without dying. Suddenly, a purple light blasted from the entrance. They braced for monsters, but nope, a dude walked out. Tahan's back, baby, cut to next scene. Thanks to him, every examinee made it out alive. Grades were locked in based on pre-exit scores. Rip to the fallen, They were handled respectfully. Who beat the double dungeon? Top brass zipped their lips. Spilling the beans would just pile drama on the kid. Obviously, these two dudes knew the stakes were huge. Prez asked. Thoughts on his skills? Soloing that place? Soloing an S rank? He's S tier, minimum. But looking at his growth? The guy's ceiling is insane. They swapped looks and just yelled it out. Boss, that guy's basically national level material. Meanwhile, Tahoon was freaking out at the mob of monsters. Dang, is this the abyss? Then someone approached. Whoa, it's the king. Around them, creepy creatures screamed in pain when the king just waved a hand. Boom, monsters deleted. Tahoon stood there, shook. A voice echoed, I'll be waiting right here. Deep in the abyss. Then Tahoon jolted awake. Nightmare? Felt real scary cause it wasn't a dream. What'd he mean? Scary gluttony skills, speaking monster. Too much stuff didn't add up. Looks like he's gotta visit the abyss eventually. Checked his stats. Yup, hit B rank fighting that lord. His skills were already rivaling S rankers. Keep going, and he's totally hitting national level. Suddenly, a noise outside grabbed his ear. Weirdo appeared. Cut 2, he's chilling in a car now. Why's the Nightwalker guild boss want him? She just said she wanted to peep the dungeon clearer and drive him. He wasn't buying that lame excuse though. So she got real. Exam 3 is mock battles, just like round 1. But this time? The public's watching live, meaning his skills get leaked and guilds will hunt him. She came early to snag him for Nightwalker. She was totally down to do whatever Tay asked for. But even with her begging, Tay gave a hard nope. After shutting her down, he just headed out. She was confused. Why'd he ghost her offer so fast? Was he seeing another guild? Nah, Tay denied it. To him, all guilds were trash like Nightwalker. No thanks. Done deal. He turns to go, and times she grabs him. You're just a newbie brat, aren't you? Who gave you the guts to ditch a top 4 guild? She let it slide though, seeing his crazy potential. Tay mumbled, still love the drama, don't you? Classic big sis young. She froze, totally shook. How do you know the name they stole from you? Boom. A green light blasted straight into the sky. The leader unleashed some serious magic mojo. Even her sidekick frowned. Yikes, this is bad. Boss lady Young Yu was actually born Young Lim. Secret heir to the group, supposed to run the show. But wifey had a kid, so they snatched her name back. So she swapped names and went full gamer mode. But barely anyone knew the tea on that. Facing her aura, Tay popped his Night Lord buff to clap back. The guild leader gaped. What? He blocked times and times hit back? Tay just strolled right up to the boss lady. Slams her against the wall. Don't push your luck, Miss Young Yu. She turned bright red instantly. Cut to the next scene. Everyone's drifting to the arena for round 3. Unlike the secret stuff, this test is open to everyone. Big bosses are watching from the back, obviously. Young showed up in disguise too. The uncle next to him is stressing over Tay. He heard these exams are super sketchy. Cousin's like, chill, bro, Tay can one-shot him. Reporter Kim is sweating bullets over her last lame interview. Her boss is super salty about it. She's about to get fired. That Tay kid needs to lose, right? Suddenly, the vibe in the arena got weird. Even the pros and star boy Gilson were staring at one guy. Were they planning to gank him together? Is he that OP? Then the speakers blared. Heads up, folks. Stay safe and watch closely. Round 3 starts. Now. Right then, the whole lobby rushed Taehyun. They had a pregame pact. Delete the boss first. I mean, dude soloed 2 S-class beasts in round 1. Just as the squad tried to dogpile him. Boom. He burst from the fog, stone skin active. A few smackdowns later, the front line was erased. Suddenly, a green glow lit up under his sneakers. Zap, Vine snatched him up like a burrito. He blinked. The heck is this salad? Gilson smirked, slayed monsters, but forgot to look down. The W goes to me, A-rank Gilson. Before he could finish, Taehyun snapped the vines and yeeted him across the map with one kick. No time to chill though, the swarm returned. Taehyun pointed a finger. Zeal of the Night Lord. Whoosh. Red light flooded the whole arena. The Death Night Lord spawned right there. The pressure was insane, nobody could even twitch. The crowd outside went nuts. One kid gasped, no way, he's actually popping that ult in PvP? In a flash, Taehyun wiped the entire server. Looks like game over is loading fast. Just one player left standing, S-Class Ayong. Taehyun grinned, why not just rage quit now? Or want a replay of the first beatdown? She stiffened. Bam! A giant ice dome trapped them both. Worry about your own HP, Taehyun. Not losing like that again. The arena got trashed. Then Ayong slumped over, totally KO'd. She lost, but Taehyun gave props, she was a tanky boss. Right then, the speakers blared. Exam officially over. Winner, number 920, Taehyun Kim. Cutscene. The Asok. Prez had fat loot ready for the champ. Grats on hitting S-class status. Didn't think you'd solo the lobby in round 3 though. But thinking about it, it makes total sense. Guy cleared a double dungeon by himself, after all. The Prez asked, so, Taehyun, you wanna join the guild and carry us with your skills? Taehyun froze for a sec. Eyeing the trophy, he got deep. Life flipped fast. From a 0-mana scrub to crushing S-rankers. Becoming champ, and now top guilds want him. Even the country's strongest player is fanboying over him. Kim thought about it, then hit him with a hard pass. The Prez was totally shook. Then Kim dropped his reason. Why carry a guild when he can solo grind way faster alone? Hearing that, the boss just burst out laughing like a maniac. Even he didn't expect the rookie to be that savage. One dude beating a whole squad? Yeah, right. Anyway, moving on. Fine, let's skip the boring recruitment pitch for now. Bet this next part grabs you. The Asian exhibition games. You down to join the squad or what? Invite secured. Kim immediately went to speedrun a dungeon. He deleted every mob inside in literally 2 seconds flat. Then it clicked, he remembered that Torny the Prez mentioned. The games are basically a big flex off we're different. National squads pick 5 players to race kill demons. But getting a slot in that comp is actually super tough. Cause you need massive contribution points to be a rep. And you only get those points by clapping powerful bosses. Even though the boss wanted to fast track Kim as a national rep, a total newbie obviously can't catch up to vets with years of XP unless he hunts big game. But after 1 month of straight up grinding, Kim cleared every single dungeon that spawned. Total sweep. But he got 0 XP gains and barely any points. Lame. No choice left. Time to hit up that super sketchy spot. Meanwhile, Tasing's boss was roasting a bald dude cause his kids in the ER. But the boss wasn't just loud, he was a secret S-ranker. He unleashed his power and slammed Baldy into the floor. Just then, the maid announced a visitor from the Malignant Guild. Hearing that name, the chairman instantly raged out. He'd hired those clowns to handle Kim before, after all. Suddenly, a massive aura filled the room. Boss music starts. A figure manifested, saying, "Yo chairman, take a chill pill. You want that brat dead, right?" The chairman gasped. "Who are you?" The guy smirked. "Sup. I'm the vice leader of Malignant Shadow." Scene switch. Kim just stepped out of the warp gate. The chubby dude up front immediately hollered at him. He was Kim's ride to the auction. Gon Park, Alchemist Ranker. Also a massive stan and member of the Kim fan club. Welcome to the top tier loot zone, East Point. Biggest scale, sickest items, and built-in auto-translate. But the real MVP feature here is the security. The base teleports constantly. No invite? You ain't getting in. Thanks to that, it's been drama-free for decades. Sure, but Kim knew an S-rank demon was about to crash the party. Cut to the next scene. Stage is lit. Bidding's open for the Phoenix Potion. Chug it for plus 20 magic and stamina. OP buff. Kim's goal? Farm contribution points by fragging S-class demons. But honestly? Dude was totally clueless about the intel. He just recalled East Point getting wrecked. Who beat those beasts? So he nudged the chubby guy. Who's boss here? Before he could spill, bam! A voice totally interrupted their little chat. Yo, H country's youngest S-class, Tahan Kim, right? Enter Ryoma Isaka, J country's S-class and security chief. Real talk though. Dude's a snake. Fries his own team for loot, total demon. He slowly holds out his left hand. Sus. Nice to meet ya, genius. Kim shook it. Zero chill. Zap. Massive volts fried right into Kim. Ouch. Cheap shot. Kim didn't expect that dirty play. Thrilling. Whoa, you actually are S-class. Not bad. Kim prepped to counter but saw bystanders KO'd, faces blue. Ryoma let go of Kim's left hand, leaned in, and smirked. Get it now, kid? Levels to this game, even for S-class. He told Kim not to start drama, then went back to the show. Watching him walk off, Kim thought, messier than I thought. Typical. While Kim waited, a creeper squad snuck up on the control room. To keep the room safe, Baldy led a charge. Leroy Jenkins. Insta-wiped. The old dude flattened him in one go. It was Odadoro, mystery S-class demon. His minion snitched. Boss, we got a glitch in the auction. Cause S-class Kim from New Age country crashed the party. Orders? Oro grunted. What kind of punk is he? I'm here. No one dodges divine wrath. Period. Boom. He nuked the venue instantly. Chaos. More booms. 2 buildings got totally wrecked. Even Kim was like, whoa, serious? He knew an attack was coming, but everywhere? How'd they get in? Priority 1, smash those demons. Demon signaled, don't move, scrubs. Blur of motion bam. Frontline demons deleted. Kim signaled Park, call the guild, need backup as soon as possible. I'm on boss duty. Gonna bag the leader. Cut scene. Guards defended the loot. But at Dark's order? Total brawl. Sec later? Everyone's down. Blood everywhere. Yoink. Dark snatched the loot right in front of him. Jackpot. The Phoenix Potion. Chug this for a perma boost of 20 magic and stamina. No wonder Oid Uro was drooling over it. You could literally feel the power radiating off the bottle. He was about to take a sip when bang. His buddy face planted. Out cold. Before he could blink, his whole squad got deleted. Stealth mode? Crap. Suddenly, a blade came swinging out of nowhere. Slash, straight to the right eye. Panic mode, engaged. He fired off his magic. Chains wrapped Taehyun up instantly. Think you're slick cause you're invisible? Game over. But Taehyun? He was actually hyping up. Whoa, auto-targeting chains, that's actually sick. Totally using gluttony on that. Meanwhile, Oid Uro was camping in the control room. Too easy. Just like I planned. Grab the potion, and it's good game. His minions started giving him the side trip. Boss, Dark found the loot, but we got drama. Suddenly, a random voice hopped on the comms. Yo, you Oid Uro? Oid froze. Who is this? Just the guy who snatched your goodies. Duh. Want the potion? Come get it, you dusty old relic. Then he downed the potion in one gulp. Boom. Instant stat boost. Even he was shook by the power surge. Well, nobody's stealing it now that it's in his stomach. Elsewhere, Ryoma Isaka pulled up with his crew. The mob was super confused. They tracked the ping here but saw absolutely 0 people. Ryoma rolled his eyes. He's literally right there. Quit hiding, Taehyun. Taehyun slowly decloaked. Man, I thought my stealth game was on point. Ryoma eyed him. Why's an S-class player hanging out here? Taehyun ignored that. What about you, though? Mr. Security Chief showing up now? Suspicious much? Ryoma said he was hunting for something. That clicked. Taehyun figured it out instantly. Knew something smelled fishy. Tons of pros here, but nobody noticed the intruders? Yeah, right. So you're the mole. Got it. Ryoma lunged. Clang. Taehyun parried it just in time. Hand it over, kid. Make me. They started throwing hands well, swords. Blades were flying everywhere. Taehyun was actually sweating. Even invisible, Ryoma tracked him by sound and vibes alone. Just when Taehyun lost focus, a slash came crashing down on him. He didn't expect the skill gap to be that massive. Same stealth, totally different levels. But that guy wasn't worth wasting the predatory skill on. Total scrub. Boom. Taehyun Kim flexes, and suddenly everyone's glued to the floor by invisible gravity. But Taehyun still couldn't spot Ryoma Isaka anywhere. Dude ghosted hard. Suddenly, a voice drops from the ceiling. Ding ding, good guess, genius. AoE Rex stealth, sure, but wanna find me? Try aiming up, dummy. Split second later, a nasty slash comes flying right at Taehyun. The force was insane, straight up blasted through the entire passage. Ryoma's face? Total shock. Taehyun actually blocked it with chains? Right then, Taehyun. Kim drops the truth bomb. That aura wasn't a radar. It was a cage to fence you in. Snap. A billion chains wrap Ryoma Isaka up like a mummy. Then Taehyun throws a haymaker. Game over, man. Tied up tight, Ryoma's freaking out. How's an S-class player pulling this OP move? Then Taehyun just boots him way back. Quit stalling. Spill the tea on Oid Uro, now. Global Association sent backup. The cavalry is literally on the way. Second they get here? You guys are totally cooked. Ryoma just gives this creepy grin. Bro, you really don't get it, do you? Meanwhile, the duo is over there strategizing like pros. But Sang Ixeo, the Alchemist Guild boss, runs up sweating. Yo, why no backup at East Point? Right. Then, the Prez explains he actually sent troops the second things went south. The team was a top-tier squad run by none other than Sung Jin Park. Snag is, they're stuck. Control room got jacked, so all the warp gates are bricked. Chill though. We got 2 S-class players on the scene. If they just survive till we hack the gates open, we're golden. Right on cue, Yongyu makes his slow, dramatic entrance. Cut back to the fight. Ryoma is lecturing Taehyun now. Ever heard of the demon contract skill? It's Oid Uro's nastiest cheat code. Trades sacrifices for monster summons. Wait. The sacrifice, you don't mean, bingo. Exactly what you're picturing. The humans, even the big boss Prez, are totally freaking out right now. Oid Uro has got hundreds of hostages on lockdown. If he sacks them all? Game over. We're talking total apocalypse level disaster. Ryoma starts trash talking Taehyun again. You got lucky beating me, kid. But Oid Uro? Untouchable, you got two options. Watch him get deleted. Or rush in and get absolutely wrecked. Hearing that, Taehyun goes quiet. Heavy thinking time. Meanwhile, one of Oid Uro's goons reports in. Boss, looks like Ryoma took the L, but Taehyun and that Phoenix potion? Still MIA? Orders, sir? Oid Uro takes a wild guess. Probably camping for backup, he just waves it off. Bam! Suddenly, people got yanked into the air. Playing hard to get? Fine. I'll squash them. He was seconds away from the kill. Lights out. Blink, and whoops, his human stress balls were gone. Right then, Taehyun teleported behind him and swung with everything he had. Ovid sidestepped it. Classic villain move. Then, boom, monsters rained from the ceiling. The whole ugly mob dogpiled on Taehyun. Even he didn't guess Ovid was hiding a monster stash upstairs. The crowd screamed for help, but Taehyun totally ghosted them. Seriously, it was raining freaks of nature up there. They smashed into the floor, making a massive crater. But Taehyun went full ninja mode and wiped them out instantly. He tried his spooky Night Lord stare to scare them, but nope, didn't work. They just charged at him like zombie hordes on caffeine. Taehyun was totally shook, jaw dropping, and Ovid smirked. Bro, these demon-packed monsters are built different, magic buffed and loyal only to me. They're way tougher than the trash mobs you're used to. Beating Ryoma doesn't make you God. Stay in your lane. Taehyun started getting wrecked. The bystanders were freaking out. Is he seriously losing to these creeps? But one sharp dude noticed, Taehyun was drawing all the aggro so the monsters ignored them. Wait a sec, he was actually baiting the enemy away from us the whole time. That dude realized Taehyun's whole plan was a rescue mission. Hearing that, everyone started hyping him up. Taehyun chained up a bunch of beasts and yelled, "Zip it, guys." Dealing with the horde was draining enough without the cheerleading squad. Right then, he knew he'd gas out. He signaled Jin Young, "Go. Now." Suddenly, a figure stepped out of the shadows. Showtime. Just a bit ago, fresh off beating Ryoma, Taehyun had briefed Jin Young on the crazy plan. Problem was, the control room was stuffed like a clown car with monsters. Fighting Ovid solo? Easy. Piece of cake. But with hostages in the mix? Nightmare. He needed backup. Jin Young said calling the association was a no-go. Since you know, he had zero clue where they were. Taehyun smirked. Don't sweat it. Just warp the monsters OUT. Portal opens whoosh. The horde got vacuumed up instantly. Ovid gaped. Wait, what the heck? Even Jin Young didn't think it'd work that well. Now it's just the big bad left. Taehyun waved at him. Yo. Get the civilians out of here. Jin Young wanted to help, but nope, this was S-class business. Can't fight and babysit at once. Park took the hint and bailed with the crew. Crowd gone? Okay, let's brawl. Oidoro went beast mode, so Kim just kept dodging, waiting for a shot. Then the boss zoomed right in his face. Summoned a fire snake. Kim blocked it. K-boom. Place went up in smoke. Guy goes, I'm unstoppable, bro. You're wasting my time. Ready to end him. But Kim? Totally unbothered. He knew this clown was cooked. Boom. Triggered gluttony skill. Giant red dragon energy ate the mobs. Villain didn't know Kim had moves like that. He laughed. Okay. Respect gained, Kim. Perfect sacrifice material. Then his own dudes just dusted away? He sacked them for a huge bone dragon. The runners bumped into minions. But before they could scrap, the mobs glitched and vanished. Then, massive earthquake. Dragon yeeted Kim out the window. Boss laughed. Dragons rule. Kim chained his way smashing through glass. What is that? Dragon was already in his grill. Smack. Kim got launched again. You're done. Kim raised a hand. Tried to cast, but got blasted first. Snake face looked shook. Wait, he survived that? Guess I underestimated you. Kim tanked it, but barely. Crazy power. But Kim realized, that power has major recoil damage. He's running out of juice. Just stall him out for the win. Boss read his mind. Stalling? Cheap tricks won't work. Sent the dragon at Kim's friends. Bam! Floor totally wrecked. Finally, the guild got their act together. Park led the squad through the East Point portal while everyone else bailed. But looking back, the bone dragon was about to spawn kill the team, so Kim stepped up to tank. Big mistake, the level gap was insane. That dragon was OP, and Kim was running out of HP fast. Park yelled, "Don't worry about us. If you wipe, it's game over anyway." True that. Kim knew he was cooked the second that skeleton boss spawned. He just had to stall for time. Can't rage quit yet. Gotta clutch this for the team. Suddenly, a voice groaned, "I'm so done with this." Kim was like, huh? Right before a system window popped up. Gluttony skill glitched from A rank straight to SS. But his stats couldn't handle the juice. He started crashing. Oid Oro watched, jaws dropped, as Kim's skill maxed out. Boom! A massive mana wave exploded everywhere. Gluttony went totally rogue. What kind of cheat code is this? Kim's avatar was glitching hard. Is this the bad ending? He face planted into the dirt. Oid Oro was shook. That energy was too broken even for the user. Why not cancel the cast? Is he lagging? He moved in to check the ping. Bad idea. The dragon's wings got deleted instantly. Oid Oro froze. Then Kim zombie walked back up. Suddenly, a giant mob spawned right in front of him. What the heck? Kim leaked a boss level aura. Who's this guy? You ain't Kim. Hacking? Whatever, you're already dead meat. Kim waved, and Gluttony just nommed everything in sight. Unlocked new skill, Devil's Contract. In the dream world, Kim was totally restrained by random chains. Then giant rocks rained down like Tetris blocks. Ghost hands grabbed him, and Night Lord Zeal auto-triggered. My own skill is friendly firing? Gluttony scoffed. Your skills? Don't make me laugh. You ate him, now barf him up. Asterisk rumble asterisk. Kim snapped awake in real life. He checked his hand, the one Gluttony wrecked was fully patched. Just then, Park showed up with a loot bag full of snacks. The guild gifted this crib to Kim as a THX for saving us present. Thanks to Kim's carry, they bagged Ryoma and saved the server. Why did he stick around? Just to keep Taeyoung safe. No biggie. But Taeyoung was totally blank. Last memory? Face planting mid-fight with Ovid. The rest, a blur. Wait, you too? Song Joon dropped by just to grill him on that exact detail. Rewind a bit, Park saw Ovid get one-shotted. Epic, but he knew that dude definitely wasn't Taeyoung. The guy just flicked his wrist, and boom, Park hit the dirt instantly. Just as he was getting ready to make his next move, he started fading away. Welp, guess I'm tapped out. It is what it is, catch you later. A split second later, the real Taeyoung slumped over cold. By the time Seongjin rushed in, the place was trashed, and nobody had a clue why. Later, they grilled every single survivor, but get this, they all swore Taeyoung beat Ovid, yet went blank on the how, like someone wiped their hard drives. Probably some nasty demon magic, they guessed. Just chill and heal up. I'll ping you if anything changes. But Taeyoung knew that was bull. Gluttony should have eaten that guy whole. Confused, he checked his skill tab. Why the heck was Open Abyss Gate unlocked? That monster summon costs 200 mana, and he was sitting at a measly 180. Math ain't mathing. Then Song Jin signaled a guest. Next thing you know, Ma Young struts in. Just checking in. But her vibe screamed, fight me, not get well soon. Don't get a big head just cause you played hero and beat 2 S ranks. I'm coming for your spot. Taeyoung blinked. Why was she actually here? She meant to be nice, but seeing him with 0 injuries and that insane mana aura? She got salty. He was way buffed up compared to the exams. Suddenly, they noticed Yui Young sneaking in on her tiptoes. Ma Young was confused to see her sis, but Yui Young looked totally over it. Drop the sister act, will ya? The association gave me the code. 2 S ranks. Cozy in one room. What does that look like to you? Ma Young turned beet red instantly. Taeyoung cut in. Quit messing around. Why are you really here? She claimed it was a visit, but she came bearing gifts. After chatting with the big boss, she knew Taeyoung was eyeing the exhibition games. But even with the East Point win, he was rank 30. Only top 5 get in. He needed major points, fast. So, she handed him the raid rights to a double dungeon, the Temple of Fire. Meanwhile, back at East Point, a squad, led by Shadow, the Malignant Guild's VP, showed up. They hunted for Ovid's traces but found Zip. Just as they thought about alerting the boss, Shadow went, nah, don't bother. Oidoro was just a temp hire anyway. Mission accomplished. Boom. Giant ship right in their faces. He was all investigators only, then splash. They're swimming. Shadow's power dunked that ship into the freezing water. Fast. Meanwhile, he's totally crushing on Taehyun's skills. Cut 2, Hype Overload. East Point's S-rank hero Taehyun is here. He got clearing rights, but the guild still calls dibs on loot and squads. Taehyun's chill with it. It's the Temple of Fire, duh. Called that cause of the entrance flames. It's the nation's second double dungeon. Nightwalkers tried clearing it pre-Taehyun but got absolutely wrecked. For the stats and cash, Taehyun totally has to go in there. But Gluttony messed up his hand, tanking his stats big time. Soloing it? Yeah, pretty much impossible. But teaming with S-Rank Yu Young? Easy win. Cut. Mob of 300 showed up, but just a duo is clearing it. Taehyun was shook. Just the two of us? 'Cause it's a date. Inside, Yu Young freaked a bit. The vibe was totally off. Double dungeons always this wild? Taehyun said the apocalypse one he saw was exactly like this. Just as she plotted her move. Yoink. A tentacle dragged her down a hole. Taehyun moved fast but froze. She already wrecked the monster. One shot? Even Taehyun was stunned. Yu Young went aggro on the pit monsters immediately. Blur of motion, tons of A ranks dead in a sec. Guess she was holding back before. No wonder it's a duo run. I gotta step up my game. They speed ran the mobs and hit the underground. Tons of high level mobs, but Yu Young owned them. Taehyun wondered what she and the others fought that almost wiped them out before. Suddenly, she tosses him a ring. Warrior ring. Buffs strength and stamina like crazy. Perfect fix for his busted right hand's power loss. Join the guild, get more loot. That's the offer. Taehyun didn't commit right away though. He signaled to stay sharp. Boss room reached. Yu Young was totally floored. An egg? He knew for sure that egg was the big bad. While he planned to play it safe, she jumped and smashed the egg with zero chill. Taehyun didn't think she'd be that chaotic. Fog cleared, and whoops, Yua smashed the egg. She was flexing about the easy win, then boom. Blue light. A voice boomed, humans? In my temple? No way. Well, this is fun. Then a massive figure popped up. Double dungeon boss. S-class phoenix. Literal bird on fire. Both were totally shook by this burb. Rumored immortal with hacks, mega regen and magic resist. Even Taehyun didn't expect a spicy blue fire chicken. The bird suddenly launched an attack. Taehyun sensed major mind control vibes. He tried to warn Yua, but she just attacked him. Controlled S-rank Yua went aggro. He just dodged. Then he instantly used Zeal of the Night Lord, flooring Yua immediately. Yo, snap out of it, but she was already charging up. Then a massive energy blast shot right at Taehyun. Watching this, the phoenix just smirked. Humans are so basic. Meanwhile, Yua felt weird. A chain grabbed her leg. Then, boom, totally tied up. The chain stunned her, so she was completely stuck. Now I know who wrecked the Nightwalkers back then. This gonna sting a bit. Just deal with it, okay? Taehyun yeeted a giant rock at Yua. She dropped hard. When she wakes up, the mind hacks will be gone. Your turn. Before he finished, both went full power mode. A sec later, Taehyun was piggybacking her and fleeing. Honestly, it was way too hard to 1v1 an S-class monster while dodging non-stop fire. Taehyun could only try to counter when lucky. He blinked behind it and struck hard. It dodged easily. Even his chains got melted by blue flames. Taehyun didn't expect this beast to be such a headache. The phoenix spat blue fire at him. Luckily, Taehyun dodged. Otherwise, he was totally cooked. Taehyun realized this wasn't a normal chicken. Is this a Grand Phoenix? Unlike normal mobs, Grand Phoenixes are OP legendary mutants. To hype it up, humans rank this beast as S+. If it's really grand, with Taehyun's current stats, he can't beat that regen. He needs the gluttony skill but fears losing control like last time. Just as Taehyun was stalling, Yua suddenly woke up. Seeing the chaos in front of her, she was shook, so Taehyun quickly explained. Just then, the bird launched an attack at them both. Think I'm a joke? Big mistake. Bird brain looked shook. They tanked its hit like nothing. Don't get mind hacked again. Relax, I got your back. Angry chicken flared up and dive bombed them hard. Tahan popped his sovereign heart ult immediately. Boom, instant stat buffs for the whole squad. Yua swung her spear and wrecked that bird instantly. Big sis is up. Amazon Zeal time. Going berserk. She went full aggro on the fiery chicken. Berserk means flipping magic flow to max out skills. Huge damage, but it wrecks you. Most folks skip it. She yeeted that spear and crushed the bird flat. Yua didn't stop there, rushing in for a combo. Combo hits, then bam. Slammed it into the dirt. She was cooked. Dropped straight to the floor, but that bird's healing hacks just kicked in. Regened half its HP in like 2 seconds. Tried to hit Yua, but chains locked it down fast. Tahan used gluttony. Time to eat. Finishing move. Cut to outside, everyone looks grim. They'd been in there forever, you know? Then Tahan strolls out, carrying Yua like a boss. He's like, Fire Temple, Double Dungeon, beat it. News went viral across the whole country instantly. Yua was blushing super hard at all the drama. Like, why is everyone posting her private biz? Minions leaked it. She made them regret being born. Prez stopped by to check on the patient. Cut to them vibing and chatting outside. Prez was dying to know how strong Kim really was. She passed out, but knew he soloed the bird. Plus, dude went straight to the abyss. Prez was totally shook hearing that. Kim is OP, but Yua doesn't get his grind set. Most chill after leveling up. Kim? No breaks. He'll do anything for more gains. Why the hustle? Prez started overthinking it. Gotta be for the nation, right? Monster apocalypse. He wants to save us all. That's the theory. But Yua wasn't buying it. Meanwhile in the abyss, everything's trashed. Standing there? The abyss final boss. Vampire Lord Igmoon, level unknown. Just buffed a guy. How's that dark family power taste? Feels insane. I'm Jang, top player from Sea Country. Scene swap. Taeyong hits the abyss. First time back since his big return. Some guy steps up. I'm Paul Becker, ranked pro running Abyss Sector 22. Paul plays tour guide, showing him the creepy interior. Noob here? Better hire a Sherpa or a squad. The association built camp so you don't get totally lost. But don't get it twisted, it ain't safe. Monsters still crash the party inside the safe zones. So Paul's like, bro, hire some backup. Kim's like, nah. Bam. Giant centipede jumps them. One hit later, that bug was toast. Kim dusted it. Just walking here, thanks. Kim finds a quiet spot and whips out a magic rock. Beating the fire temple boosted his mana to 200. Skill unlocked. But why's it a one-time use thing? Glitchy? Or just gluttony messing with it? He crushed the stone to find out. Boom. Contract with the devil activates. Giant skeleton door pops up out of nowhere. Let's peek inside. He strolls through the gate. His jaw drops. A massive castle? For real? Suddenly, 3 creeps teleport behind him. Fight mode, on. Guess you're the danger, huh? Kim clocked him instantly. Legendary succubi. Soul sucking, illusion casting mind freaks. Wait, B rank mobs? Are these my contract targets? Easy clap. He swings, but they dodge. Succubi spam their illusion ult. Kim freezes. They think they won. CK. Kim snaps back and unleashes. Zeal of the Night Lord. Wrecked him instantly. Illusions don't work when you're this OP. Alright, contract time. 2 ways to sign a demon, pay up, or beat them into submission. He tries to sign. System goes nope. Wrong demon, bro. Kim shook. Suddenly, a swarm of succubi surrounds him. You're spicy. The queen's gonna love you. Grand succubus tier. Minions warn the queen. Yo, human intruder alert. Interesting. Kim enters and gets swarmed. Even he admits these ladies are annoying. 2 more block him and swing. Kim pulled a matrix dodge and popped Zeal of the Night Lord. Next sec. Boom. Yeeted like 300 meters away. Dude finally caught a breath. If these creeps weren't the target, only one option left. The big boss. The succubi queen. Maid goes, queen's waiting. Then boom, scene switch. Kim's in her room, she's all, welcome to my crib. I'm Rosaria, succubus mom. Ping, a prompt pops up, target found, bingo, totally called it. She's the one, obviously. Then Kim freaked this demon spoke human. No biggie, she goes. You get monster talk, right? Anyway, you want power? Cash? Or clout? Nah, just here to sign a demon deal. She cracked up, bro, you got guts. But joke's over. Die. Boss bar, Rosaria, Abyss Queen, level? Suddenly, a swarm of tentacles rushed Kim. Kim popped Zeal of the Night Lord fast. Boom. Energies clashed. Submit to my power. Kim just chilled, blocking with his dagger. He jumped, popped stone skin, and attacked her. Then? Glitch. All his skills just died. Queen snaps her fingers. Just like that. Map change. Kim was totally shook. A whole city just popped up. Splash. He's in the ocean. Illusion trap. Duh. But when did she cast it? He was clueless. When? The start, obviously. Crap. Kim realized he was totally stuck. Boom. Flashback mode, childhood. Back then, he wouldn't shut up about being an Animecaps. Awakened just to give his rents the good life. But they just wanted him healthy. Nice memory. Until times crash asterisk. Car accident. Replay of his parents dying. Harsh. Something moved nearby. Cringe memory unlocked. No talent, bullied daily, by everyone. Ended up just being the team's luggage mule. Realized he was useless and jinxed everyone. So he ditched his aunt and uncle. Mom wanted him happy, but happiness needs power. Body sensed the hypnosis hack, tried to block, but failed. Kim's stats got nerfed hard. Skills locked. Only gluttony worked. Kim smashed the gluttony button. Queen's watching like, whoa, dude is actually surviving this. But hold up. This Taehyun looks older. Glitch in the Matrix? 2 timelines clashing. But his memory file is corrupted. Is he hiding some cheat code in there? She zooms in and bam, a figure pops up. She is shook. It's the king. Then times whoosh asterisk, gluttony swallows the scene. Snapped her right back to in real life instantly. Taehyun's already behind her like, nothing personal, kid. Stalking memories is creepy. Queen. Last warning, sign the deal, Rosaria. She's totally chill though. Nice illusion break, but I'm immortal. Tentacles grab him tight. She mumbles, fine, I accept the contract. Chomp. She bites his shoulder hard. Vamp much? System ping, conditions met, summoning pact sealed. Class update, Queen's man. Skills rebalanced. Unlocked, total hypnosis, Riz stats increased. She whispers, sleep tight, King's chosen one. Deal done. Taehyun wakes up like it was a fever dream. Back in the spawn zone? Did Rosaria warp me? Checks his new skills, jaw hits the floor. If he drops Rosaria in the Asian exhibition games, he would wreck the pros. No sweat, but why the flip-flop? And what's this king nonsense? Does she know the big boss too? Paul asks about a guide. Tae's like, nah, I'm good. Done deal, time to bounce. Cut to next scene. Ah Young just got discharged, squad approaches. Grats on getting out, boss, says. Hansu, the Nightwalker VP. A rank mage, big shot. He has got 2 updates for her. Taehyun is back from the Abyss dungeon. She is shook, that place eats S ranks for breakfast. No way he soloed that map. But him returning isn't the drama. It is the visitor, the unbroken guild leader. Top 4 heavy hitter, Kang. Cut 2, Kang teleporting to Taehyun. Fight me, Kang struts toward him. Ultimate meat shield, guild boss, tank legend. Grinded solo for 10 hours. Wrecked hundreds of mobs. Famous for beating people until they join his guild. Secretary Kim steps in. Whoa, chill. Can you not be psycho for 5 seconds? Keep this up and you are banned from the Abyss. She tells Tae, we just want to recruit you, promise. Join us and he won't have to punch you. So if he ghosts the invite, he's gotta throw hands? Duh, but she figured he'd be down for the perks. Since our boy Tae Hong's prepping for the Asian games. And let's be real, they own the Abyss game. Stacked with loot. And the best cheat codes for deep dives. If Tae Hong joins, nobody cares about his 0 stats. Tae Hong actually paused to chew on that. Then the boss signaled her to zip it. If talk worked, he'd have been recruited ages ago. Tae Hong smirked, change of plans, let's do it your way. Winner takes all? Total vibe. Cut to black. Arena's already packed like sardines. Crowds thirsting for the Tae Hong vs Gang Yu showdown. Spotted reporter Kim and yanked her to the front. Yo, long time, exam buddies, right? Totally, she nodded. He shouted, she's taking questions. I got a fight to win. Dipped out, then strutted on stage like a boss. Gang Yu sneered, thought you'd chicken out. Tae Hong scoffed, less yapping, more scrapping. Right before the bell, Choi dropped the rules. Simple, smash the other guy to win. Mic drop, and boom magic everywhere. Tae Hong opened with Night Lord Zeal. Buffed enough to flatten an S-ranker. But nope, didn't even scratch him. Still gave props though, not bad. Blinked behind Tae Hong fast as a cheetah 0 reaction time. Swung hard hit like a truck, total tiger style. Yeeted Tae Hong across the field. Without stone skin, he'd be toast. While he was seeing stars, Gang Yu rushed him. Magic morphed into literal bull horns on his head. Charged like a beast, but Tae Hong sidestepped it. Then an elephant spirit popped up behind him. And stomped the ground like an earthquake. Dust settled, and our boy was still chilling there. Slippery guy, but dodging ain't winning. Got a secret pet? You'll need it. Gang Yu grinned. Watch closely. Ending it right now. Crowd went absolutely bananas. Cause the boss just unleashed his ult. Looks like the rookie's out of his league. Even Young Yu was glued to the action. But Hansu warned her, if Taeyong loses, he gets drafted. We gotta stop this. Stat. Guan's beast mode skill lets him copy animals. Dude's a melee monster. Even facing Taeyong, he's toast. But Yu was like, chill, don't sweat it. Taeyong's sketch like that. He always keeps a secret weapon tucked away. Then bam. Guan went full aggro on Taeyong. But our boy? Totally unbothered. On impact, jaws dropped. Guan, just kneeled? Even he was shook. Good game, I win. The crowd was absolutely floored by the scene. The boss who'd cleared tons of dungeons just bowing down? No one bought it. They figured Taeyong was hacking or something. Taeyong eyed Guan. Yeah, dude's the ultimate meat shield. In a fist fight? Taeyong would get absolutely wrecked. If not for that clutch hypnosis move, Taeyong was cooked. Guan was salty AF. Mind control? Cheap shot, I let my guard down. He yelled, zip it. Dunno what he did, but I took the L. Guildies, deal with it. Meanwhile, Yu was watching, totally amused. Guan's triggered. But wait, he dropped to his knees instantly? Taeyong really was hiding an OP skill. Taeyong, you're full of surprises. Taeyong held out a hand. Good game. Guan, still confused, had to ask. Was this your plan all along? Kinda. Guan sighed. A bet's a bet. What's the prize? Cash? Rare loot? Nah. The Minotaur's Labyrinth. I want to join the raid. The director freaked out. That dungeon neighbors the abyss. Like the name implies, it's a maze of nasty traps. You need sensors just to survive inside. Even S-rankers get clapped in there constantly. Unbroken Guild owns the rights and planned a stealth run. How'd Taeyong find out? This is gonna be total drama. Naturally, the boss was stressin'. The abyss is chaos. But they had to trust Taeyong now. But the difficulty wasn't the scary part. It's the people. Hope I'm just being paranoid. Suddenly, a ping. Association J just hit us up. What now? East Point should be done. The Saint wants to meet Taeyong. The boss's brain short-circuited. Cut to the basement gate room. Kim did a head count. 100 raiders for the maze. All here. With the boss leading, the squad crept toward the dungeon. Suddenly, a massive roar shook the ground. And just like that, the mob bashing started. Someone zoomed past, deleting Minotaurs instantly. Whoa, you're actually cracked. Gear good? It slaps. Saved it for your join date. Rare tier loot. Taehyun gave a side eye. We really clearing this? 30 years, 0 wins, just saying. Without a strats guide, it's gonna be rough. Secretary Kim waved it off. Chill, we got B-rank vets. They'll clap these monsters, easy. Plus, VP's scanning for traps like a radar. We actually found a cheat code months ago. Way down deep, we spotted mobs matching this dungeon. Same weird tats. Touched them, and poof dust. Only Horn stayed. So we used him to GPS the path inside. A bit later, following the VP's lead, they hit the end, giant bull statue staring down. Time to plug in that broken horn? Guan signaled Kim to pass the quest item. Point of view, it's playing out exactly like the bad timeline. Raid team finds the spot, uses the horn. Then, disaster. Boss jams the horn in. Statue melts into bones. Super creepy vibe. Before they knew it, new map loaded. Trap card activated. Teleport. Meanwhile, Shadow Guild's VP got the tea. Wait, Taehyun Kim joined the party? Yup. Should I cancel the ambush, boss? Shadow smirked. Nah, let it ride. We snuck 5S rank demons in there. Plus 20A ranks. Even those pros will wipe. Don't you want to see them get wrecked? Miranda was saying hi when bam, Taehyun drop-kicked her. Quit yapping, demon trash. She was actually Milena, S-rank baddie. Park freaked. He thought Taehyun was a hero, not a psycho attacking his own teammates. Relax, she's a monster. Park wasn't listening. He tried to save her, pulling his weapon. Then she punched his face in. Hard. You, don't touch me, you pig. 2 demons jumped Taehyun. He flashed away. Asterisk whoosh. Asterisk. 3 of them. Okay, that's a surprise. Should have memorized the names of those NPCs, my bad. Milena was shook. I've ghosted this guild for ages undetected. How'd you catch me lacking? Taeyeon chilled. You're acting 8, but I'm literally from the future. She was like, yeah, right, total cap. Heard you're tight with the kid. Did Nightwalker snitch? Whatever. You're getting deleted today anyway. Tahan swerved the 3v1, then chained 2 of them. Critical hit. Meanwhile, Milena's claw lunged at him, but he parried that real fast. Milena panicked. Her toxic claws usually wreck stats. But Tahan? 0 damage. Unbothered. Then Tahan popped Zeal of the Night Lord. Sorry sis, I'm immune to your toxic vibes. Boom. Invisible force pinned her down. Frozen. Hypnosis time. Who's sus among us? Spill the tea. What's the mission? 20 ops total. 5S rank sweats. We're here to grief the run and frag Jenny Guan. Taeyeon had a big brain moment. 5S ranks? Memory said 3, glitch in the matrix? The timeline's shifting. My fault? Anyway, let's link up with Gangguan. Looks sketchy, but it's still the dungeon map. Gotta be a portal or shortcut nearby. Map loops, so we can't just fast travel there. Keep rushing rooms, we'll run into Gang eventually. Songhu Park was totally lost. If you knew, why didn't you put us on earlier? I literally did, y'all just left me on read. But Gang's in on the play. Meanwhile, Leader was shook by the Vice's betrayal. They tried to jump the secretary, he tanked it. Everyone spammed their ults on the Leader. Gang Iguan went full beast mode with magic. Boom, T-Rex form spawned. It's over. Yeeted them. Stay back, you'll get wrecked. Then the Vice Leader started yapping. Gang, you're flopping. I've been smurfing this whole time. We got 4 S ranks here, rest are A tier. We're the elite squad here to permaban you. You actually prepped? Guess I took an L there. We've been plotting this raid for years, bro. No way you'd sniff it out. Then Gang smirked. Damn, Taeyong called it. Y'all are straight up demons. The Vice Prez looked like he'd just seen a ghost. Total shock. He knew the plan? And you just chilled after he spilled the beans? Hey, I'm the guild master. How? Could I trust some random rumor with 0 receipts? Suddenly, the Vice Prez lunges. Yukon just looked, bored. Look, I said I trust my squad. Doesn't mean I'll let Gaiwan turn my face into pizza. He yeeted the guy 50 meters. Beast mode, old dragon. Right after Yukon one-shotted his deputy, he remembered Kim's warning. I gave you the intel, bro. Why wait? And his clapback was, you think I'm showing all my cards already? Relax. Trusting the team doesn't mean I'm a punching bag. Just then, Kim and the gang finally pulled up. So, what's the play? We gotta bounce, obviously. Might be more creeps here. End of the dungeon and no boss? Sus. It's kinda annoying. But let's dip before we get wrecked. Safety first. My bad, Kim, should've listened to you earlier. Just remember, 0 loot and wasted time, but still the smart play. I mean, his intel on this raid was super sketchy anyway. If things got any weirder, who knows what crazy stuff would pop up. Suddenly the secretary asks, wait, no monsters back there? Hearing that, Kim's heart skipped a beat. Normal warp traps drop you into a pit of death, but we just strolled through empty rooms. 0 threat. If it's empty, how'd Yukon find the boss last time? While they were brainstorming, a massive shadow blotted out the sky. Dungeon boss, Grand Minotaur Queen. Rank S+, yikes. That's the boss? Why now? Everyone freaked out. A split second later, she came swinging. Kim and Yukon didn't hesitate, they fired back instantly. Then, boom, bright light blasts from the boss's staff. A giant skeleton minotaur crawled up, revived by the queen. Tor King, rank S, 2 S ranks? Are you kidding me? Suddenly, an army of beefy monsters clawed out of the dirt. A voice boomed, yo, trespassers disrupting our nap. Relax. Bring all that hate, I'll take every bit of it. Surrounded? Whatever. The leader went all in first. 1 hit, and the beasties shattered like glass. Same time, Kim dropped some chain combos to help out. Then the boss charged up a dragon's breath and unleashed hell. In seconds, the whole mob was nothing but toast. Just when they thought it was good game, the baddies pulled a fast one. Their jaws dropped. These cow dudes had insane healing hacks. Those nasty cuts they just dealt? Poof. Gone. Like magic erasers on steroid muscle. Gang and T just stared, totally shook and suspicious. But they snapped back and smacked the zombie cows down again. Gang went full beast mode, punching right through a noggin. But nope, the smashed skulls started knitting back together. Gang was losing it. Too many mobs, and they had infinite respawn hacks. Gotta frag the queen boss to clear the level, maybe? But he was gassed. Even a solid hit would barely tickle her. If he aggroed the queen, he couldn't guard Kim and Park. If he kept burning out, T would crash too, and it's game over for everyone. Teeth clenched, brain fried. He was totally clueless. How to save the squad. He remembered the Prez's old lectures. Always said, stay sharp, muscles aren't the answer to everything. Being a pro player for so long, he'd seen some serious messes. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice the loot for the win. Prez also stressed getting some self-awareness and ditching heavy baggage to reach the goal. Back then, he was too cocky and left that advice on read. Remembering that, Gang chilled his aura and cleared his head. T was grinding hard, thinking, bro, why are you away from keyboard? Win or lose, his friends were doomed anyway? Nah, he'd meat shield them until his HP hit 0. Can't let the homies wipe. He yelled, aura flaring up. He'd take the dirt nap first. Gang forced a buff state and wrecked the cow behind T. Then he asked, what's the play? I'm done thinking. I just know I gotta fight till I drop to save the crew. T had no clue what Gang was yapping about, but he knew how to cheese the boss queen. Gang paused at the strat, but he had to trust his guy. Then he smashed a few more beef heads. Despite the sus plan, he could only cover T's rush. The boss queen was hyped. Been ages since she saw humans with this much guts. She charged her item and spawned more cow warriors. Gang and T got body blocked by the herd again. T jumped high, loading a magic scream in his throat. Fully charged, Gang went straight for the blockers. The big queen raised up. She lowered the shield, totally shaking at the sight. Taeyong rode the blast wave like a surfboard, closing the gap. Time to unleash the Night Lord's mojo. Right up in the giant cow lady's grill. Gang's super mode fizzled out. Dude was running on fumes. All on Taeyong now, no pressure. He used his shadow powers to catch her punch. Grabbed her throat tight. Gotcha, your highness. Then, bam *. Smashed her right into the barrier. Taeyong cranked the power, punching a hole in the wall. Gang, still barely glowing, scrambled out to back him up. Queen tried to swing, but shadow magic held her down. Gang caught up, panting. What's the play, bro? This dungeon is a messed up puzzle, Taeyong said. The minions keep respawning cause she's glitching through rifts. But now that the boss is exiled, her goons shouldn't respawn anymore. Gang nodded and ran back to wreck the small fry. If Taeyong goofed this guess? Game over, they're toast. YOLO, Taeyong shrugged. We're dead if we don't try. The side characters watched, jaws basically on the floor. Jackpot. The infinite cow glitch actually stopped working. Outside, the queen was throwing a massive tantrum. She was raging hard. Like, level 10 fury. Beaten by humans? Nah. She saw an opening and swung her axe, watching that massive blade zoom in. Taeyong froze. No time to move. But Bloody Gang pulled a sonic move and zoomed over. Crash, the axe hit with a blinding flash of light. The impact straight up yeeted the queen backwards. Taeyong hit the wall. Groaning, he thought he took the hit. But what he saw next? Total gut punch. Gang was on his knees, power mode totally offline. Mana 0. And dude, his arm was straight up gone. Gang tanked that shot for him. What a legend, he yelled. Focus, Taeyong. This raid isn't done yet. But Taeyong knew Gang was running on empty. Still, the guy stood guard like a human shield. Queen Cow charged back, swinging that axe like a maniac. Gang squeezed the last drop of juice into his fist. No way Taeyong lets his bro die here. He raised his weapon, but let's be real, they were cooked. Axe came down, boom sending them both flying. She laughed. You humans are pathetic jokes. Can't believe you booted me out, but whatever. You skipped the minions, so I saved my healing mana. Now I'm 100% charged up. Dropping that truth bomb, she raised a massive hoof to squash Tahan flat. Tahan scrambled, raising his gear to block the stomp. But against that kind of OP strength, totally useless. The cow queen went full aggro on him, spamming attacks. Her hits were way too heavy. Tahan's defense was crumbling fast. If he didn't pop gluttony, it was game over. But forcing it? Risky. Might not even be enough to drop her. And if he botched it, the skill would hijack his body completely. But with his mana tanking, he had zero other plays. Vision fading, he remembered a pro tip from Yang Yu. Skills aren't locked. It's how you use them that counts. How you tweak the power changes how the skill actually hits. One spell, different combos. Gotta get creative. Tahan had mixed skills before, but this was next level. Mastery low? Just slap the enchant on your weapon instead. Gluttony was perfect for this hack. So Tahan slammed the hunger onto his blade and whacked the queen hard. The sudden damage spike totally confused her. No berserk mode. Success. His magic turned a sick crimson red. His aura stopped leaking. He was stable. Queen attacked again, thinking he was just flailing before death. Nope. Tahan kept buffing up. His turn now. He turned into a lightning shadow, blitzing the boss. He landed a combo on her faster than she could blink. He cranked the gluttony setting to max, focused it on his blade, then slashed her weapon. Her axe got eaten. Her staff? Turned to dust. Chains dripping with hunger magic shot out, zooming at the queen. Bam! Right through her shoulder. She howled. That wasn't just damage, that was pure agony. Seeing the health bar drop, Tahan popped Night Lord Zeal and fused it with the hunger. One mega punch later, the queen kissed the dirt. He felt it. Gluttony changes shape if you boss it around. He didn't know everything, but he knew enough. Weapon buffs, skill fusions. The damage was insane. And he was actually in control of it all. Tahan slashed again, cutting right through her. The hunger kept chewing on her HP. As long as he held the leash, he'd abuse this power. Her lights went out as gluttony ate her alive. She hit the floor, the effect still sizzling on her. Total victory. The barrier started cracking instantly. Boss down. The whole room started shaking violently. Girl squad member totally freaked out. We all looked. Boom, Kim struts out, dragging passed out gang like a sack of potatoes. Kim groaned. Totally drained, it's done. Then? Loot explosion. Gold everywhere. Best loot? That sweet vitality spring water. Chug it for insane stat boosts, but sadly only enough for 2. Squad voted, Kim and gang get the juice. Gang, -1 arm and massive stats, was desperate for any power up he could get. Raid over. Once gang healed up, he faced the press. Since his hand got chopped, he's benched for now, so a sub's hitting the friendship tourney for him. Obviously, it's his dungeon buddy, Taeyoung Kim. Kim told the cams he's stepping up for gang. Let's go. Meanwhile, Miranda knelt, begging Shadow not to delete her existence. She tried, but Kim's OP. So Shadow just popped her head. Gross. Zero mercy for cowards who ran away terrified. Plan was gang dies, but Kim ruined the script. Not the first time Kim trolled Shadow's schemes. Shadow's gotta plot something for the tourney now. Meanwhile, Kim's assistant dragged him to meet the squad, S ranks Jang, CO, Go, and his pal Park. When Kim arrived, the tourney meeting kicked off for real. Kim's hunting Queen Rosaria, a succubus from his past life. She might know why he respawned. Gotta win the tourney loot to buff up first. Strat set, meeting adjourned. Peace out. Kim tried to dip, but the Prez stopped him. Turns out, J Country's Saint specifically asked for him. Prez wants him to go cause she's got crazy healing hacks. Maybe she can fix gang's missing arm. Kim said nope. Tayuko raged, but Prez hushed him. Prez got serious. Why the hard pass, bro? Kim's like, simple, that Saint is actually bad news. A week later, the big hype tourney finally started. Squads from every country were stacked with S-rank beasts, including Nakata's insane Johntown crew, Punch's team, Sword Guy Lu, Fast Che, and Buff SEO. At home, his cousin screamed at the TV for Kim. Kid was so wild, parents thought he needed an exorcism. At the arena, some purple-haired girl blocked Kim, claimed he saved her butt back at East Point. Her curves were unreal, and that face? Total baddie vibes. Turns out she's J Country's big shot saint, Mega Waseka. Taehyun remembered, past life, she totally owned the East Point mess. Mega spilled why she invited him. She wanted to say thanks in real life, but Taehyun flat out rejected her. Rude. He didn't even reply, just ghosted past her like a boss. Then he whispered exactly what he told the Prez. Mega just smirked at that. She loved the sass. Watching him strut off coolly? She was obsessed. Shinji slid up behind her, asking what the tea was. She repeated Taehyun's words. Shinji's face went dark. He asked if she wanted Taehyun deleted right now. Mega said nah. His growth? Totally expected. What actually shook her was his big brain energy. Every move he made was genius and frighteningly spot on. Now that he knew her secrets, she was hooked. The MC kicked off the friendship games. Let's go. Park suddenly realized Taehyun bailed on the squad. Right as it started, a blade flashed across the MC's neck. Then Alex's head just went flying. Yikes. Taehyun used a gluttony buff and sliced him clean. MC looked totally bewildered before lights out. Jaws dropped, rippling through the crowd. A huge brawl was brewing. S-rankers from both sides teamed up to circle Taehyun. Taehyun's squad instantly jumped the closest guys. No way Taehyun gets hurt. Seo Yim had beef for ages. He seized the chance to attack. Shinji knew this was prime time to end Taehyun. But the Nightwalkers blocked it. Tons of S-ranks clashed. At once. Explosion smoke totally hid the stage. Smoke clears, Taehyun's chilling, guarded by his crew. Seo Yim didn't quit, charging in with pure bloodlust. He screamed, avenging the host. You're dead. Meanwhile, the saint blocked Shinji. She said, spare Taehyun, wreck everyone else. Then the host's boss, ex-Prez, pulled up with her gang. She totally ghosted the Nightwalker. Prez's excuses and demanded they arrest Taehyun as soon as possible. Taehyun spoke up, Demon Juan. S-rank killer from that cruise ship. He didn't shout, but everyone heard him loud and clear. Dude cashed out, got plastic surgery, and dipped. The ex-Prez was totally lost. She asked what that had to do with Taehyun slaying the MC. She broke into a cold sweat. Seriously? Kim smirked. Bingo. Juan's disguise game is top tier. Just like this guy under my boot. Under his soul? Juan. Full demon mode exposed. The crowd went absolutely bonkers. Kim flexed, Without the Nightwalkers, you guys would have been clueless. Everyone gasped. How'd the association figure that out? Liupong just grinned like a creep. Kim definitely grabbed his attention. Host confirmed as Demon Juan. Z Country hit 1000 points, scene change. The squad geared up, ready to go. Hunt some demon creeps. Rainy night, alleyway some guy gets trash canned. An A-rank mosquito demon was confused. How'd he get made? Kim laughed. Bro, that giant mosquito tat on your chest isn't exactly subtle. Kim answered his phone and ouch. A young scream nearly blew his eardrum. A young yelled she was on an untraceable burner line. Kim was like, cool, I got 2 questions. She asked what's up. He waited for her to chill out before asking. Need demon intel, and I need you to play detective. Kim turned, leaving the bug guy in the dust. He glared ahead, telling Ah-young he was raiding the evil guild. The weirdo he was staring at wore a straw raincoat and hat, soaking wet, radiating total murderer vibes. Guy saw Kim and started his dramatic intro. Ah-young asked, who's Kimura? Kim said, talk later. Kimura screamed, die, you saint insulting loser. Ah-young kept yapping. Kim rolled his eyes. Didn't expect J Country's S rank, Kimura, to actually jump him. Kim remembered, Guy's a toxic fanboy of the saint. And a swordmaster. Supposedly the best blade guy next to Shinji. But a sword that hits nothing? Totally useless. Kim sidestepped the slashes, asking Ah-young why she was saying no. Damn it. Couldn't touch a single hair on Kim's head. Kimura raged. How's this guy dodging everything? Ah-young explained, spot a demon guild, and they scatter like roaches. They hide fast. That's why we don't attack first. Kim kept weaving through Kimura's frantic swings. He saw an opening after a strike and charged his left hand. Kimura tried to bail, but nope. Too slow. Kim's slap sent him flying, spewing blood everywhere. He face-planted hard. Out cold. Game over. Kim told Ah-young, I can totally bag these demons. Knew she'd doubt him, so he brought up old dirt to pressure her. Ah-young couldn't win against Kim, so she caved. She admitted she had 0 guild intel, but info on the demon big 3? Yeah, she heard they were tracking down Miyazaki, Kenji's handler. Kim figured, the big 3 aren't evil guild level, but they're still worth mad points. Ka-ching. So he hits up Youngyu like, let's wreck him first. Suddenly, Kimura, who Kim totally clapped earlier, wobbles up. Kim just hung up when he saw Zombie Boy rising. Kimura growls, ignoring me? I'll delete everyone here. Dude starts pumping magic into his sword. And charges Kim like a raging bull. Kim thinks, PvP is banned, but he started it. Let's play. He pops Zeal of the Night Lord buffed with gluttony. The vibes get so toxic Kimura starts sweating buckets. Frozen stiff. Elsewhere, Shinji says, Kimura got folded. I told the press a demon jumped him. He's back but totally broken. Mental damage is real. Shinji asks if he needs to step in personally. Saintus goes, you sitting out? What about the points? They stop at a locked door. Drama time. Miwa smirks, got a special present for Kim inside. Door opens, Shinji follows her in. Some buff guy is chained up, he looks up slowly. Miwa says, Rio, congrats. You work for me now. Meanwhile, in the abyss, a massive brawl is going down. Luca from Team F is getting absolutely destroyed. Wheezing, she screams, why are you griefing us? It's Seo from Team P. Don't look at me. Prez ordered it. I'm just the messenger. Smashing noobs is boring, but a job's a job. Luca can't believe Team P is officially hunting players. Are they trying to start a server war or what? She yells at her squad to bail, fast. Just buying time for them to escape. Squad runs, Luca tanks. Seo rushes in with a fist. 5 seconds later? Luca's flat on the floor, bleeding out. Wasted. Her team got caught and wiped too. Seo sighs, Team F is so weak it hurts. Chae-young's targets seem way more fun. Seo checks the list, next boss looks interesting. Back at the hotel, Kim's chilling with the news. Strange. Team P shouldn't aggro for 3 more days. Their top carry is missing. Kim planned this, but the timeline jumped. Got a speedrun now. Suddenly, a knock at the door disturbs his thinking. Who is it? Surprisingly, it's Jin-Soo's voice. Wait, that dude is definitely not supposed to be here. The battle plan definitely didn't mention Taeyong and Jin-Soo bumping into each other. Jin-Soo piped up, Guild sent me your coordinates, bro. Let's chat outside. Taeyong's face instantly went dark mode. Followed him to the roof, only to get a lecture. Classic. Solo play at the ceremony, now solo again? Seriously, 0 squad goals, huh? Taeyong stood there, totally stunned. Swear he's heard that exact lecture a million times before. Jin-Soo snapped, I handle demons too, why'd you ghost me? Taeyong sighed. Had to spill the tea about the Kimura ambush. Hearing that, Jin-Soo's rage meter dropped by like 50%. Didn't expect that. Taeyong whispered, think we have a rat? Otherwise, how'd Kimura get my location? Magic? Jin-Soo started sweating buckets. If so, big trouble. Then he flipped, that's why we gotta stick together, genius. Taeyong cut him off. And if a national rank boss shows up? Ever since spotting Demon Wan, he smelled a traitor nearby. If the guy hunting players is national tier, we're both toast. Game over, man. Splitting up saves HP, plus, anyone could be the snitch. No teaming till we catch the rat. Peace out, Jin-Soo. Jin-Soo tried to argue, but bro had already ghosted him. Jin-Soo ground his teeth. That absolute jerk. Just a total noob player. Quit acting like the main character. You'll regret this. Joke's on him. Taeyong just went stealth. Taeyong watched Jin-Soo throwing his tantrum from the shadows. He thought, wait. Is Jin-Soo the imposter? Back before his respawn, he never heard gossip about leaks. Don't know who, but Kimura being here proves the rat exists. He was deep in thought when he got the ping about the big three. Next morning, he saw Kenji's contact munching on breakfast. Did not expect the contact to be a literal high schooler. Plan, wait for the bell, then tail them to find Kenji. Suddenly, the guy sitting next to him yelled his name. Yo, long time no see. Taeyong froze. Thought he was slick, turned around. Isaka Ryo. Ryo put his hands up. Relax, not here to throw hands. Wait, wasn't this dude serving a life sentence? What the heck? Seeing Taeyong all tense, Ryo casually raised a fist. While Taeyong gaped, asterisk smash asterisk, he punched right through the glass. Taeyong jumped up to stop the madness, but way too late. The noise obviously made the targets look over. What was that? They instantly clocked both Ryo and Taeyong. Busted. They grabbed their gear and bolted like their pants were on fire. Ryo grinned. Don't believe I'm chill? Guess I gotta beat you. His aura exploded like a bomb, eyes glowing crazy bright. Everyone but Kim dropped dead instantly. Kim didn't think Ryo could survive that vibe check. Ryo tipped his hat. Want the three giants? Gimme a sec. He had the deets Kim craved. But Kim just snagged him with a binding spell. You get 1 minute, Kim smirked. Talk trash, get smashed. Ryo pumped magic, trying to bust loose. Poof. His mana got slurped up instantly. Ryo gasped. Kim got way stronger? No way. Realizing he's toast, Ryo offered to lead him to the giants. Clock's ticking, Kim deadpanned. Panicking, Ryo blabbed about the demon hideout. Kim ignored the yapping and kept the countdown going. Agony hit hard, then Ryo blacked out cold. He hit his knees, begging Kim not to end him. Shockingly, Kim actually let him slide. My killer wants to help? Kim laughed. Super sus, bro. Ryo blinked. Yeah, okay, fair point. Kim's eye glowed red. Spill the plan and the boss's name. A succubus popped up behind him, ready to drain secrets. After hearing the whole hypnotized confession, Kim chilled. Ryo, you guys have a wild plot. Even got a contract with that saint, huh? Makes sense why you hunted me down. Waking up, Ryo guessed Kim had mind control skills now. Ryo was dazed, but Kim agreed to play along. But the catch? Ryo has to backstab his bosses for Kim. Ryo hated it, but he was cornered. He tried to argue, saying switching sides meant death. Don't switch, and I end you right now, Kim shrugged. Besides, Kim was throwing him a bone. Repent for the victims, join me, and I'll save your hide. Ryo shook his head. They're national level fighters. You really think you can beat him? Kim just grinned, yup. Meanwhile, at the demon base, demons were sprinting for the door, terrified. Boom. Wind blade sliced them all before they could bail. It was Shinji, Japan's famous ghost blade. He sheathed his blade. Bodies littered the warehouse. Mega showed up at the door, clapping slow and loud. Shinji asked, is Ryo actually gonna be okay? He got the power boost, but that contract is risky business. Shinji spoke up again, saying he wanted to throw hands with Kim himself. Miawa said nope. Win or lose, it's all the same to me. Since Taeyong was hunting the big three, she yeeted Isaka, who knew him, to go snitch and leak the info. Basically teaming up to gank Taeyong together. Shinji was still super sus about Taeyong's vibes. But the saint interrupted, chill, we're limit testing him. Gotta force his ult out. Shinji was shook. Bro hadn't even thought of that strat. Mawa dismissed it. If Isaka dies? Whatever. We just loot the intel off his corpse. Dude's contract bound anyway, zero choice. Night falls. Kenji's creepy abandoned base lights up. Kenji's camping there with his whole squad. He's salty. Bruh, Isaka? You're lagging. Late much? Standing there was Isaka, forced onto Taeyong's side. Seeing Isaka zoning out like a zombie, Miyazaki was like, yo, where's the bait? Where's Taeyong?